And we are live. What is up, people? The internet, it is me, Real American, back in with a new stream, and that is right. We are live on this beautiful, what is it, July 28th? Right? July 28th. Yeah. I hope everyone's having a great day. I'm having a great day myself, and we're joined by Mr. Tyrone, John Rose, and Napoleon.
Bonjour.
Ambo.
Hello.
Wow. That was great. But for real, everybody, I hope everyone's having a great night. We have I wouldn't say it's the most important primary in the world, but for South Dakota it is. You have a pretty competitive primary for the governorship between Larry Roden and Toby Doden. And it's not really a race where if whoever loses is bad or whatever. Both candidates are fine, but obviously Doden is far superior. Roden's not the worst in the world, but either way, hopefully Doden can win in South Dakota. That's about the only major race tonight. I think there's a special in Georgia, but I don't care. Like 10 people are voting. I don't give a shit about it. So it should be a very quick night. Now, it actually should be a little bit longer because polls don't close until 9 p.m. Eastern, but you know, that's kind of how it works here. But before you get into it, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. All great ways to support the content. And if you want to support the channel even further, you can send super chats via the chat. I'll read through as much chat as possible, but usually super chats are the best way to get your questions answered. We got a couple super chats to read. If I could pull it up here. YouTube, please work. Oh, YouTube crashed. The stream is still going, but yay. YouTube is down for me.
Bomboknot.
Okay, it's working out. Good Lord. All right, couple super chats to catch up right away with. Josh Hawley stand for 5. Big night, hoping for Doden to win. Predicted a narrow Roden win. Yeah, so I think Doden's going to lose. It'll be close, but I don't think it's going to be... It's not going to be that interesting of a night, I don't think. Maybe it is down the wire, but again, it's not really one of those things where, oh, one is far shittier than the other one. No, it's just one is better than the other, but it's not the end of the world, so... President Gilbert Getty up for 2. On-time transgender politics. Thank you. President Gilbert Getty up for 5. What's up, Real American and friends? I hope you're all having a good day. What are we looking at oh, good Lord, at tonight's primary? Who needs to go and who needs to win? It's really just the governorship in South Dakota. It's not really much more. But, yeah, it should be for the election stuff, should be a quick night. We should know right away, but we had some pretty big news break today, especially out of Iran, especially out of really a lot of stuff happened today. So what do we start with today? Because a lot did break. Like a little while ago, Iran struck an American base in, I think, Jordan, I believe, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
CENTCOM was saying that they had done that
What's
and that
up?
they were trying to strike a bunch of, they sent a bunch of ballistic missiles over. CENTCOM was claiming that they intercepted all of them, but these were very clearly trying to be targeted at the U.S. as well as other Gulf Coast allies or whatever you call it.
Yeah, let me pull this up here. So yeah, they bombed one of our bases, but thankfully, I don't think it did anything.
I
Matter of
don't. I
fact,
didn't hear any. I didn't hear any reports of deaths or anything like that or
and
casualties.
that's good. But of course, some people are cheering for deaths because Orange Man bad. But yeah, right here. Got pulled up from CENTCOM earlier today. Where were we at? Good lord. At 5:45 p.m. Eastern today, Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps fired. Oh good lord. Forces launched multiple ballistic missiles from Iran in an attempted surprise attack on U.S. forces based in the Middle East. All missiles were successfully intercepted. So, yeah, it was a giant nothing burger. But can this war just end already?
Yeah,
Seriously.
People are saying this.
I mean, to express what everybody is feeling in chat and the way that I felt, I said like a month and a half, 2 months ago, I said, Trump, just do everything you have to do to finish it now. It's not a lack of materials. It's not a lack of anything. It's a lack of will. And and again, I've said this before, but Trump's made it really clear why there's a lack of will. It's not because he doesn't want to. He honestly just would, if Trump could do whatever the hell he
Oh,
wanted,
he would have obliterated these people by now.
we would have taken the island with all the oil on it, Karg Island. We would have taken a bunch of stuff. We would have blown these people to smithereens. We would have hit all of the secondary targets, all the bridges, all the power plants, would have destroyed their infrastructure. But it's a look. Listen, guys, you guys, part of you guys wanted there to be a dovish aspect to the administration, and that portion of the admin, as well as actually the actual voters, don't really want us to try and cause another human catastrophe. And of course, this isn't really my position, but I'm saying that there's a position that exists among the median voter, or the median Republican voter now, younger people that think, there's a lot of secondary and tertiary consequences, second order, third order consequences to destroying all these things. Like I said, some people are worried about refugees across Europe. People are worried about, unintentionally killing a lot of innocent people, stuff like that. Again, not my position, but I feel like it probably is the fair share of people in the audience's position. So understand, like, any of this hesitation, any of this slowing stuff, we can't want two different things at the same time, I guess is what I'm saying. And when we voted for Donald Trump, I pretty much wanted that. I wanted a more dovish administration, and I've only really become hawkish more so because I was like seeing the way that the Iranians behaved and seeing our news media turn against the administration and the country and spreading foreign propaganda. And then not just news media, because of course they're traitors, but then like a bunch of people that I loved, appreciated, even if I didn't respect them, I thought they were patriots, just turn against everybody and start spreading foreign propaganda. Like for the explicit purpose of courting a third world audience, that just disturbs me to my core. I feel upset and betrayed, not by Donald Trump, but by all of these people. I mean, like, just to mention, like, Alex Jones. I didn't see Alex Jones as an intellectual giant, but I am just so deeply disappointed in the
Yeah, I
behavior.
mean, like, at least with Alex Jones, he knew what time it was a couple years ago. But now, I mean, we'll get to that in a little bit. What he said with the draft and like, we got a 25th Trump. Gee, I wonder why Trump kicked you out of like his inner circle and his people. Gee, I wonder why. Hmm.
Well, like the thing with Jones, and he was really funny. It was extremely entertaining to watch his program, even if you thought he was like a dumb as a bag of bricks. And of course, even being kind of stupid, he would accidentally say stuff that was right,
Well, yeah, he
or
would say a lot of stuff that was right.
and he would
It's
get on top of a lot of things, and that's why people watched him. And the whole thing, and to me in 2024, where Alex Jones had this soul of the MAGA voter in him, where he's like, I've been persecuted, I've been hunted down, and the only guy in my corner is Donald Trump, and that's why I'm getting that patriot back in office. And he threw all of that away for pennies. Like, it's not even like a Judas for 30 pieces of silver thing. It's like Judas for like 5 pieces of silver, 2 pieces of silver.
No, more like
Like,
1 penny. A
like
single
like what the
penny.
what the actual hell happened there. I can only assume that there is um a lot of really stupid ideas flooding around the influencer sphere. That's all I
Oh,
can
it's
conclude.
getting bad. We'll get to what they're saying with the Save America Act now because you're not going to believe what they're saying. It's insane. These people have lost it completely. And yeah, listen, we've been critical of Trump on this program for God, the entire administration. When they do dumb stuff, we said before with the Iran stuff, hey, either go full blown bomb the shit out of them completely, or don't do it. This
Yeah.
half-ass thing didn't work. It's not working. So you got to actually decide. Do you go full blown? Oh, sorry.
I take no joy in saying this, but John McCain was right. He has been proven right about what would happen if we did enter a hot conflict
Yeah,
with
he's
the
proud
Islamic
looking up,
Republic
by
of
the way.
Iran. Completely dishonest, bad faith negotiations, bioweapons, all of this shit. Like, we thought John McCain was just full of shit, and he still was full of shit
yeah,
in a
he
lot of
is.
ways, but he ended up being proven completely right on this issue, which really fucking sucks. And it
Well,
just also really goes to show that Iran, like, the only acceptable position for the Iran war at this point is we have to level Iran. They have been bad faith actors for the longest fucking time. I'm going to crash out over Helldivers. These, what were you going to say, John?
No. I was just going to kind of supplement what you're saying. Like, when we approach these figures that we have explicitly rejected and have tried to take the party from, you have to accept and recognize people, even that you oppose in your own party. They can be right about some things and wrong about a lot of things. And that, to me, we disagree with a lot of foreign policy posited by John McCain. We like disagree with a lot of things that he was doing across the world and even in the United States, and the selling out of America that he was engaging with, along with a bunch of his colleagues. But ultimately, the thing about the neocons, the one thing I'll say that a lot of neocons were broadly correct about, even though if they did it for the wrong reasons or were engaged in it for the wrong reasons, like kickbacks on defense spending or whatever, yeah, no, like, you actually have to hate our enemies. You actually have to despise our enemies. Like, the people that hate the United States in a global context are some of the most resentful, despicable people on the face of the planet. They hate us because we are successful, and they do not believe success can come as an actual quality of a person's character. They think
Just look at what
su-
Alexander Dugin said.
they think they like oh gosh, Alexander Dugin basically said in broken English on the Twitter app, that like, we have to basically hold back all of the winners and successful people in society so that the losers can be equal to the winners. It sounds like I am like straw manning him. We could pull up the tweet right now, and
He literally said that.
I'm paraphrasing, but it's the
Yeah,
literal meaning of
but
what he said.
back to what
That is the, like, the quintessential third worldist tweet. The
but
quintessential third worldist tweet.
but back to what Tyrone was saying. We're not saying John McCain was right to let's say we got to invade Iran with troops. No, we're just saying that, hey, he was right with the idea that Iran cannot negotiate. They're never going to negotiate. If you're going to bomb them, actually bomb them. You got to level them completely. I'm not saying like bomb civilians or whatever, but you have to actually, do an actual campaign. This half-ass thing, it's not working. It's clearly not working. You got to go full throttle, or you end up with this, where they just bomb your bases. Most of the time unsuccessfully, but still.
Iran is an irrational actor. They celebrate martyrdom in their specific radical branch of Shia Islam. They celebrate the idea of dying and turning themselves into martyrs and becoming heroes of the permanent Islamic revolution, because Iranian Shiite theology is the bastardized child of Trotskyite Marxist perpetual revolution combined with Islamic social conservatism and jihad.
But they're based, Tyrone.
It's It's disgusting. These people, they should not be allowed to exist in any normal world. And in any normal world, they wouldn't exist. But we don't live in a normal world because we have idiots like Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens and Ian Carroll and all of these other just disgusting people who actively promoting this as like this kind of like this based trad status of affairs. Like, yeah, Vladimir Putin is absolutely a defender of Western values. Just ignore the fact that he's flooding Russia with millions of Central Asian Muslims a year. Abortion is rampant, and like Russia is one of the worst case scenarios for widespread abortion access. Look at what he's doing to imprison his just even normal people. Look at what he's done with the war in Iran, or the war in Ukraine, with throwing literally hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of young Russian men who are the future of the country to their death. I could go on.
Yeah.
I could go on. It's disgusting.
Couple super chats catch up to American Noted for 2. Is it just South Dakota tonight? Yes, it is. Josh for 5. Hey, Rap, who's the best candidate in the Tennessee governor race? Blackburn, Rose, or Fritz? Obviously, our good friend John Rose is.
But no, like, and I know that sounds funny because my name is John Rose. That's literally my opinion.
Yeah, you can't really go wrong with Blackburn or Rose, honestly, but I could see the argument for both.
Is kind of a coward.
I think Blackburn is totally performative. Yes, like again, you have to. It's all in context. I'm going to have this conversation again. People are like, "Well, what do you think? You're a native Alabamian, John Rose. What do you think of Governor Kay Ivey?" My opinion of Governor Kay Ivey is the only reason she has a positive reputation is because number one, she came after a horrible governor. Number two, she like did the most basic of basic things and did not like turn too much on some other things. She had some cringe moments, but she passed anti-abortion legislation, and she passed 2A legislation, and that would be amazing in a purple state or in a light red state or whatever else. She is in a ruby red state, and so is Marsha Blackburn. And that's the context in which I say, like, John, I could bring up stuff John Rose has done. John Rose has been a patriot. Let me tell you that.
John Rose is a patriot.
Yeah,
I'm glad I know
John-
the guy.
John Rose has been defending Save America. John Rose has been defending our sovereignty as a country. John Rose, he has his head in the game. Unfortunately, he's going to lose that race. But I blame all of that on you and you viewer, actually, you specifically. Adrian from Tennessee. Yeah, I hate you. I'm just like I said a random name. Said a
Oh my
random name to scare
gosh.
someone. But yeah, no. Like
Stop scaring the hose, John Rose.
no, but like honestly, Senator Blackburn, I do not want her to be governor of Tennessee. I would rather be John Rose be the governor of Tennessee. I just understand. I see the writing on the wall. John Rose is going to lose.
All right, couple more super chats. Zachary Gallagher for 5. John Thune is the best GOP Senate leader of my lifetime. Who here agrees? I mean, he's better
Are
than
you that
McConnell.
fucking who said that? Who said that? Who said
Zachary Gallagher. That's a random person.
I thought I thought it was that fucking Pakistani from Canada who said that again, and I was about to fucking murder somebody.
Yeah, no, so okay.
Sorry, Napoleon. So if you don't know, I have this fucking beef with this fucking. There's this dude. He goes by like fucking John Thunestain on Twitter or something. He's like a 32-year-old Pakistani dude who lives with his parents in Canada, and he benefits off of like he is literally so autistic that he qualifies for like 100% fucking social welfare funding.
But so yeah, John Thune, he's better than McConnell, but that's not really saying much. And who is the guy that was for Bush?
I don't even know if I don't even know if John Thune is better than Mitch McConnell, because neither one of them would have gotten the Save America Act passed.
That's true.
John Thune was the Senate Majority Whip. He knew how to get people to vote for this shit. So the fact that he's not going and getting people fucking voting for the Save America Act is a damning indictment.
Yeah. Well, look, and look, we have friends that disagree on this point. But I firmly, me and Tyrone firmly believe that they're wrong, and that it is exactly what Tyrone is saying. I keep saying that over and over again. Barrasso is John Thune's whip. John Thune himself is a whip. John Thune is the leader of the party and he knows things that you will never know. There are skeletons in the closet of that Republican Senate that will never be unearthed to hear. We'll see a couple of them, and we'll laugh or we'll be horrified. But like John Thune knows all of it. If John Thune really wanted to press,
He
you
could have
know,
got
the
it through.
Republican, he could have gotten it through. At this point, it literally, the way that we're trying to get it passed now, it's a simple matter. Are you willing to ignore a woman? If
Yeah,
John Thune is willing
basically.
to ignore a singular woman, the Senate parliamentarian who should not have a job anymore, um, she like we would be able to pass this. We'd
And
be able to pass election security. 80% supported. 80% supported bill. 80% of America supports this bill. John Thune. Yeah, and I just hope
re
I want his career to be nuked from orbit in 2 years. And I also just believe that I really hope that people stand up and try to replace him after we have an 11 senator like swap
so for
this
those
time.
for those that are wondering how we're going to try to do this, or the sentiment Republicans are, they're going to try to use reconciliation. Now we've gone over this in the past. You really can't. I mean, I've argued there are loopholes around it, but they're going to try through reconciliation to pass most of the Save America Act. Now, the problem is you got to deal with the parliamentarian, and she's going to say no to everything, but you can ignore her completely.
Yeah.
So
None of this is in the Constitution. All of this is decorum. All of this is things the Senate decided for themselves. They are self-imposed rules by the Senate. The Senate can drop them at any point that they want to, just instantly end all of it and go back to being a functional Senate. They are choosing not to. You need to understand that.
yeah,
Because as we all know, it is very definitely in the Constitution that the Republican Senate has to have a parliamentarian that has been in there since Obama.
which is insane. Like, why is she still there?
There was no parliamentarian like I think it was FDR that where the parliamentarian thing started. Like it wasn't
Of
even a
course it
thing for
was.
wasn't even a thing for 150 years.
Of course, it
Like
started under FDR.
no,
It's always FDR. Like, like you might be off by a couple years, but I wouldn't be surprised. Oh yeah, FDR had his hands on that. Gee.
here I'll pull it up. I'm saying it's early 20th century. I'll go ahead and pull it up for you real quick.
All right, Nathaniel for 10. Next week is Missouri primary. If you are in Missouri, vote yes on Amendment 4 to protect our state constitution and stop the abuse of initiative petitions. That's true. Live in Missouri, vote yes on that. Be done for 2. I early vote for Andy Ogles and John Rose for governor. Patriot. President Gilbert Giddy up for 2. Real American for Secretary of State. No, Rubio's been fine. Jared the American for 5. I can't believe Alex Jones has become a third worldist. I love watching Alex Jones. Barnes, Carlson, Kelly, and Owens are also traitors to the Republic. And we'll get to what Jones is saying now because it is fucking crazy. Like, it's crazier than usual. I know it's shocking to say, but American Nerd for 6. At this point, it feels like the only way to get a decisive victory in Iran is to do what Truman did. No. You don't need to nuke Iran. Just bomb them. Arcane Dreams for 2. Off topic, but that Rogers plus 10 polls fucking with Libby T. Oh, that was hilarious. The Rogers plus 10 poll. Oh my gosh. Now,
Forget it fucking with Lib ET. It
it's
was
fucking
fucking over
everybody.
Barnes.
Yeah, freaking. And listen, I found my favorite tweet to do. All you gotta do is find old takes of Barrison Barnes and post it. And that's it. It's like, and they can't counter it. 5 minutes ago, they're saying there is no poll out there that exists to have Mike Rogers winning. Mike Rogers plus 10. Now it's a fake poll. Even though it's a poll, so they trusted 5 minutes ago. It's horseshit. But, anyways. Eric for 10. Off topic, but Twitter told me after 4 years of the site that they're hiding my posts due to inauthentic content. Yet foreign bots run rampant. Elon has let the site go to shit for the last year. Yeah, Musk has dropped the ball on Twitter, but
Well, so long story short, no long rant on this one, but Nikita Beer is basically running the site for Elon Musk. Elon Musk is asleep at the wheel. He's doing a bunch of other stuff and not paying attention at
Yeah,
all.
I don't blame
yeah,
him because he's focused on the SpaceX and all that. That's the
but if you go dig through Nikita's old tweets, you realize like Nikita's not someone you want in charge of Twitter if you're right way.
he's been bad. Zachary Gallagher for 10. Does Victor Marks have a chance to win in Colorado? No. The guy said he killed like 5 people. I don't think he has a chance to win. American Nerd for 2. Did y'all hear about the DNC getting scammed? Yes, I did. They lost
It is
30,000.
hilarious.
Someone pretending to be the head of the DNC scamming them for 30K, bro.
Yeah. Hold a blood fest for 5. DSA Troons want to abolish the Senate, not realizing that the Senate is the only thing preventing the SAVE Act from becoming law. Well, not just that, but like, you literally can't abolish the Senate. You really think the Senate's going to vote
I
yes
just
on
realized
that?
I've been muted this entire time. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
I,
give us your opinion, John Tyrone.
about what?
What I mean, you sound like you were trying to talk.
No, I wasn't. I was just muted.
Oh gosh. But yeah, so like the Senate thing, like I saw that they're on Fox News saying, yeah, we want to abolish the Senate. You literally can't. Good luck getting. How many senators you need to pass an amendment? 67. Unironically,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Good luck. Good luck getting that. But even then, you need 3/4 of states. Yeah, not happening either. But yeah, it just the whole thing with the DSA thing. I don't know what that nutcase was doing. Like, what do you think's gonna happen when you go on Fox News? You could have avoided those questions easily, and you admit, yeah, we want to abolish the Senate. We want to abolish prisons. Man,
because these people aren't smart. They're
well, yeah.
ideologues. That's
Well,
what
yeah.
it is. They're ideologues who want to do nothing but propagate the same few shitty fucking talking points out there. Fucking dirty assholes.
Okay.
No, I don't think this will be a problem for anybody in the chat, but for your parents, your boomer parents, your Gen X parents, just make sure you have them understand there's no meaningful distinction between socialism and democratic socialism. And the only real distinction between socialism and communism is the method by which they acquire power. Communism through violence, socialism through voting. So someone saying that they're a democratic socialist, and you're like, oh wow, that's so much more moderate than being a social. No, it's just the same. There's
Yeah, I
no
remember there
there's
was
no
a poll.
difference.
Yeah, there was a poll. There was like Democratic Socialist had like a -30 approval rating, and then like I think it was Napoleon who posted it actually. They jump up 12 points when you add of America to the end of it. Like democratic socialism becomes appealing to 12% or more Americans just by adding a fucking of America at the end of
Oh
it.
shit, they're American. Oh, I love them now.
Yeah.
I
They're
love gay race
American.
communism as long as it's American because we're all one. We're all Americans here, and you know.
We're
Okay.
all Americans who can become American. Anyone. What?
Anybody can be American. But yeah, so
But if you're white, you better fucking apologize for all the
Or
racism and
else.
colonialism.
or else. But yeah, so whenever I was talking about this earlier, but we do gotta have a serious discussion about the discourse, like on the right, because it's getting worse. Like, listen, I thought we hit rock bottom last year with the Kirk stuff, but guys, apparently the Save America Act is like an Israeli psyop now. I'm not even joking.
Wow, I don't care what retard right people think. Next topic.
What?
No, but
Look,
actually, I saw
again,
that.
I really, and again, I would say, I mean, I hate discrediting the people who want to disenfranchise my country, but like we were talking about one of these guys earlier today, one of these guys like completely going nuts over this in another server, and like after his long-winded rant about a bunch of stuff he learned from Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson, at the very end, he's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're selling our military to Israel."
Yeah, this right here. Everybody's favorite Grace Chan. Everyone knows who that is, right? Everyone's favorite person.
There's a
Yeah.
dude at my
She
workplace who I talked to. Yeah, I told the story to you guys. I don't think I mentioned it on stream though. There's this dude at my
No,
workplace.
you did. I remember you said it yesterday, I think.
On stream?
Yeah, on stream.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But yeah, so she said removing Section 219 from the NDAA is infinitely more important than the Save America Act.
By the way, actual Section 219 of the NDAA, for those who are unaware of what it actually does, it gives us an agreement to where we can share information and technology regarding UAS and which is drones for the less savvy, drone warfare, electronic warfare, stuff like that. Very important things going into the 21st century because that is the type of stuff that is going to determine the future of the battlefield. And all that does is that gives us access to Israel's databases so we can expand our own stuff because
Wait, so you're saying the retard right is suggesting we do something that would weaken America?
that is exactly what I'm saying.
Huh?
So yeah, what's so dumb about this is again, you can actually read the section. Now, there are some concerning elements like, hey, maybe there should be some transparency and some oversight on it, but don't we do this with like most of our allies anyways?
We've been doing this with dude. We've been doing this with Ukraine for 4 or so years now. That was one of the very first things that we did when we allied with Ukraine in their conflict against Russia, and it has done wonders for our military and what we have been able to do in the domain of electronic warfare, cyber warfare, drone warfare. I know all of this because I literally do this shit for the military full fucking time. I did 8 months of training for this shit. I more than others here understand that section of the bill, and that literally allows me to do my fucking job. So no, you're an idiot if you think this is gonna merge our militaries with Israel. I'm a retarded person. I don't understand things.
But it's
I want American soldiers to get murked by Iranian drones on the battlefield. Shut the fuck up. I hate you.
Yeah, by the way, like if you celebrated that, there's multiple influencers that celebrate stuff like that. Go to hell.
yeah, like listen, I don't care what you think about Iran. Listen, it doesn't fucking matter if you celebrate the death of an American life, no matter what reason it is. Like, oh, they get blown up in the war in Iran. You should not be celebrating that. I don't give a shit what you think with Trump.
The best ideologies are the ones that promote life. If you are promoting death, you are my enemy.
Yeah. But yeah, and well, again, Grace Chon's been attacking the Save America Act, all the same individuals. But you can look it up now. All these people are saying it's a psyop to pass the Israeli merger and stuff. I'm not even joking. But right here, our good friend Thomas Massey retweeted this. The Save America Act is fake and yeah, it's all fake. Guys, everything's fake.
Oh, speaking of Massey, about 20 minutes ago, Trump put out a tweet about Massey. Please read it. It's in general.
Oh my
Please,
god.
please.
President Trump just put out this statement. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's from Rapid Response. That's real. Right here. The Massey Massacre in the Great Commonwealth of Kentucky has had a really great impact on Senator Rand Paul, who will be running in 2 years. He's been terrific lately. President Donald John Trump.
It's funny how it's funny how everyone on the right, except Barnes and Bears, were predicting this exact tweet is gonna come out the second it became clear that Macy is getting killed.
Rand Paul, he realized, oh, this guy's a dumbass. I gotta get back on this train over here with Trump.
Yeah, it took, what, 2 hours between the first drops and that video of Rand Paul saying, man, I love Trump.
I love sovereignty. I love our borders. I think I just remembered I was in a haze for a couple years, but I'm actually an American patriot.
I think it was you, John, who said that that you thought it was Rand being fed a bunch of shit by people in his sphere online that were just
they were.
And now that he actually and since Massey lost the primary, he kind of had this epiphany that, oh, maybe the people who are feeding me shit as my staffers and social media team are wildly out of touch.
Well, yeah, okay. So here's a really big truth bomb for you guys. Truth of some sort of nuclear shape. People in Congress wanted to be in Hollywood but failed, and now they're stuck in Congress, which means that they look for things that get attention. And a lot of these Congress people, senators and congressmen, confuse online attention for real life attention. And Rand Paul got corrected on that through Massey's primary, and he's like, oh wait, reality and online are two different things. Oh crap. Guys, I love sovereignty. Let's pass the Save America Act. Let's
No, it's a psyop.
Support everyone.
Guys, it's an Israeli psyop. The Israelis want us to pass it because of merger. These people are fucking stupid. These people they're not just stupid. Like, I would argue they're dangerous because actual schizophrenics believe this shit. And guys, what happened to Trump's first term when schizophrenics believed crazy stuff about Russia? What happened? He'll forget about this.
Since COVID, I don't think we've ever heard of any of them again. The only one, I can't even remember his name. The Stormy Daniels lawyer, and he's now a janitor.
Yeah, but on top of that, a quick reminder: look at the guy that shot Steve Scalise at the baseball game. People forget about that. He believed the Russiagate stuff. These people are nuts.
It's very crass and crude, and I'm not going to fully describe it. But you remember one of the rumors in Trump, like 2018, 2019, that I heard people saying in real life and online was about like the stuff, the really gross stuff that the prostitutes were doing to Trump.
I remember
Um,
that.
and the thing about that story is people seem to not correlate it to like the current stuff with like the Epstein
The Epstein
allegations and all this other
class.
stuff. Like it's the same thing. They know you're stupid and that if they repeat something that sounds scandalous like that, that you'll just like regurgitate it 30 times.
Then they believe it, and schizophrenics believe it. They believe everything they see, and they think, "Oh my god, I gotta stop Trump myself." And that's how you end up with Steve Scalise getting shot by the nutcase in 2017 because
And
he
I don't
believed the
know who
Russia
needs.
stuff.
I don't know who needs to hear this too. These Russiagate schizos, these Israel Epstein schizos, the people who believe the COVID vaccines. You ask these people what is their opinion on 9/11? Same fucking shit. It was an inside job. The government did it. The deep state did it. Israel did it. These people think vaccines cause autism.
I personally
They are
know a guy.
completely
I've known a
crazy.
guy for 10 years who thinks that the planes were photoshopped into the news stories later.
It's just,
These people,
Like
no,
the planes never existed. Like they think the planes
I'm
didn't
not gonna get
exist.
all the whole conspiracy stuff with that, but guys, you do
no.
realize
What I wanted, and what the point that I was trying to make,
Yeah.
that I was going to say real quickly, these people. These people have only gotten super political quite recently, and it's entirely because the left promoted Israel and Epstein as this big. Because keep in mind, Epstein was originally a leftist talking point. Israel has always been more of a left-leaning talking point. All of this shit, and only recently has it infected the right, because only recently has the right embraced third worldist ideology. These people are crazy. They don't believe in a single official narrative. I don't know who needs to hear this. Vaccines do not cause autism. The state of Israel and the Jews did not cause 9/11. 9/11 was not an inside job. 3,000 Americans died because a bunch of Islamic jihadists piloted 2 planes because they are part of a religious holy war in their heads to kill as many civilians as possible, because that's something that Islam allows you to just fucking do. It's
The only
all of
thing
this
the only
crazy
thing
shit.
the conspirators were right about the vaccine. You shouldn't have taken the vaccine. People are getting myocarditis and other stuff from it. There's like health risks to taking the COVID vaccine. Everything else, they're just fucking stupid.
yeah, it's just these
Yeah,
people are
no,
crazy.
there's no merit. These people are insane, and they took one single dub. They took one single dub.
COVID was their dub.
Yeah, COVID was their singular dub, and that, unfortunately, it was this perfect storm, because COVID was also when a lot of these people were getting involved with
And
politics,
they
getting
woke up.
involved in political stuff at the first time. That's where you got a lot of these schizo libertarians from, a lot of these MAGA types. You also had a bunch of young people who believed in this, the adults are back type bullshit. 2020 was this perfect storm for just causing an insane amount of psychic casualties, even people who didn't stand a chance, people who were just getting into all of that for the very first time. It's really sad what happened, and we're going to be dealing with the repercussions of this for a very, very, very long time.
All right, couple super chats catch up to. President Gilbert Giddy up for 2. I'm still of the opinion Rand Paul needs to go. I think he just retires, but I don't know. We'll see.
I
Object
think
Clay's
Rand Paul retires.
yeah, Object Clay's
I
cater
think
for
he's gonna.
2.
I think he's gonna retire, and he's gonna get a spot in the Vance administration. Put him in charge of healthcare. He's actually really good on
Yeah,
healthcare.
like hey Thomas Massey, that could have been you if you freaking whatever. But
Yeah.
Rand Paul, I would actually support because he actually has a good healthcare proposal that I wish Republicans would use, but you know that makes too much sense, so they're not going to. Jesse the Minnesotan for 2. Both sides are wrong because old drugs have side effects. Well, yeah, but the difference is these people actually believe you take a single shot, no matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. You take it, you have autism. You look at it, you have autism. And yeah, it's stupid.
And look like
I
and
can tell you what
whatever
causes
like
autism.
political like battle was there to be had. RFK Jr. is taking care of it for you, okay? Like yes, it was kind of disturbing that, the actual amount of shots they were putting inside of newborn babies. I did not like the fact.
Well, yeah, that's a
And
different story though. But sorry.
well, no, my point is, if you had some sort of beef with vaccines, RFK has severely reduced the number that children are required to take. He's laxed the obligations you have in that regard. So it's a dead issue, in my opinion.
Well, but according to People, guys, RFK is going to resign on July 4th. He's being forced out of the White House by Big Pharma.
Just like Samuel Alito. Samuel
What
Alito was going to
what day is
resign
it?
after birthright citizenship.
Oh, it's
What
July
day is it?
28th. It's been a couple weeks.
Hmm.
I remember this a month ago. You could probably guess who I'm referring to. They were saying on July 4th, RFK is going to resign. He's being forced out by Big Pharma because Trump's bought by Big Pharma. And they're actually still saying that Trump has done nothing for Maha, which is just batshit crazy. Trump has done more for Maha than quite possibly any president since when? Seriously.
He's done more than Obama and Michelle.
Yeah.
Their fucking
Significantly
slop
more.
school lunches.
Yeah. It's like you have to go through all the noise and actually look at what RFK's doing. I know all the memes are out there are hilarious, but guys, RFK's done a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
Just look it up. Look at everything he's done, and it's like I can't even list half the things he's done.
We have so much negative stuff to talk about with the actual admins, not getting 70% of what we want instead of 100% of what we want. But RFK, Maha
Cooking.
people are eating, they're eating well, healthier because of RFK Jr.
But they're mad
And
at
the
him.
memes and the memes are great. Have you seen a single RFK meme that made you upset? It's all funny.
It's freaking
It's all great.
hilarious because it's
No,
always like,
especially the fucking picture.
oh my gosh.
The picture of his darkened face is what
Yeah.
Tyrone's referring to.
Which is my
Yeah,
profile,
Dark
by the way.
Dark Ma.
I don't know where that's from. I laughed hysterically the first time I saw it. It's like, okay, that's my profile for the next good bit. All right.
Sad too, because Health and Human Services, they put out updates like every single day about so many issues, but it doesn't get covered in the news because
I wonder why.
wants to cover Health and Human Services. It's boring.
The Maha monks care, but most of everybody else just doesn't even they do not even realize how much better things
Even
have
then,
gotten.
some of these nutcases that were Maha 5 minutes ago, they're saying Maha's dead. They've accomplished nothing. Democrats could do more for Maha. You people are stupid.
No,
And to be fair,
bro.
a lot of the changes that companies are doing don't go into effect until fully go.
You
into
try to
effect until,
explain this to
next year,
people.
2028.
I tried to explain this to some people. And they said no, that's fake. No, they're not going to do it.
RFK has done more, and it's not. And again, it's going to take a few years for you to notice, but RFK has done more to fix the diet of American citizens than any person in charge of HHS for probably 3 decades. I don't even know how long. Probably even further back than that. He's a once in a lifetime figure. You're not going to have another guy like him.
Yeah. All right. Kill the super chats.
You're never gonna get an HHA sec who cuts the balls off of a bear found in Central Park.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, just every RFK story I hear, I just love. But okay,
He's insane, but he's our insane. And again, another thing with RFK, it's important to note, it's until Trump, it was fucking insane to think that a Kennedy could have ever supported a Republican. And now that not only is there there's a Kennedy supporting a Republican, it's one of the most successful Kennedys in American history and one of the most successful cabinet members from a Republican administration in modern history.
But guys, I was reliably informed by sources that RFK got forced out by Big Pharma. He's done nothing. Nothing's happened. Anyways.
One of the most successful Kennedys that has knocked on wood survived.
Yeah, just don't go to Dallas.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedy.
That's what I was thinking about. Oh my gosh.
Thanks for reminding me. I have to go to Dallas in a little over a week. Fuck.
All right, Killer super chats. Object Clay Skater for 2. I'm late here, but sub from the volunteer fire station. Hey, what's up? Object Clay Skater. Thanks for super chat. I missed one, I think. There we go. President Gilbert Gideon for 5. Some guy says planes didn't strike the tower. You ask them why. They say some dumbass sent a printer on fire and it exploded.
Most of them think it was a controlled demolition, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's all stupid. All of it is really stupid. That's the point.
Well, yeah, and it's okay, I've gone over this a million times. You do realize a fucking plane hit the tower.
there were even if you think all the news lies to you, which yeah, like the main news like has been lying to you for decades, but
Hello, yay.
there were tens of thousands of eyewitnesses. Are you gonna say like that they all had some mass hysteria event and they
Yes.
hallucinated the planes? Like what are you trying to say there?
And again, like even if the shit about like the temperature stuff's true, even if you ignore all that, you do realize a fucking giant ass plane hit the towers. I'm sorry to break it to people. That's going to cause structural damage, no matter how you try to spin it.
Jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams.
If I hear that talking point one more time, I'm going to jump out the window. But
yeah, again, it's these people that do not realize that there are hundreds of variables involved in this kind of kinetic collision like
older
this.
tower, it's stupid. It's just fucking dumb.
The only thing that is true is Trump was right. We should have rebuilt it and rebuilt it taller.
Oh, we absolutely
We
should have,
should've.
and we should have not let a mosque be built on the grounds.
Yeah, not good. American Note for 2, not everything in life is JFK conspiracy. Again, Occam's razor. That's been violated quite a bit lately, but nobody cares. American Note for 2, wait, what's this about RFK resigning? I remember in late June and like May, you could probably guess what I'm referring to. They were running around pumping the horse shit up of saying, guys, RFK is going to resign on July 4th. He got forced on the White House by Big Pharma. They literally said that. 100,000 likes. And question is, RFK still in the White House? Pretty sure he is. Unless
like,
it's a clone.
Here's my question, the much more important question. If the unlikely happens and we keep the House and we keep the Senate, what are these grifters going to do? What are they going to do if we win? Like what?
They're going to need penis reassignment surgery if they admit they were wrong. Otherwise, they're just going to keep grifting.
By the way, like I'm saying it's unlikely, but I'm actually hedging my bets on it. So like, don't take that as like I don't think it's going to happen. I think that God protects and is divinely guiding the country, and unlikely things can happen. So
yeah,
No,
I think
you want to talk about unlikely things that happened and ended up saving the country. Let's talk about the assassination attempt and how it was 0.2 millimeters away from hitting Trump in the head and grazing his brain. Let's talk about
2 millimeters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Literally.
I mean, but guys, no, it's all a conspiracy. But it's a good question. It's like, okay, if Republicans keep the House, again, that's not my official prediction. If they do keep the House, where the fuck do these people go? They've been gaslighting their people for a fucking year and a half now. For all this horse shit. Where do they go? What do they
go
have?
to Russia and they pretend to be impressed by Russian grocery stores.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably what's gonna happen.
And let me, by the way, like I have friends. Again, you guys know I'm Orthodox. I don't consider myself an
what?
ortho. I don't consider myself an ortho bro. I don't consider myself an ortho bro or whatever. Like whatever derogatory slur you want to use against online Orthodox. But like I knew if I had a couple friends that did the whole move to Russia thing, it's fucking terrible. It's fucking shit there. It's a terrible country. They will be actively hostile to you. Do not gain random fondness for random foreigners just because you have random preconceptions about
the grocery store.
Assume you don't know anything about the outside world, even if you're like studying history, studying theology, whatever the hell. Just pretend you know nothing, because that's like closer to reality than pretending you know things. The world outside of America sucks balls. Just stay in this country the rest of your life, and you will be happy. Okay.
But guys, I was reliably informed that they have a grocery store.
I hate Russian shows more than anything because it's always portrayed as this based fucking tradcon bastion of family and conservatism and whatever. It's got some of the lowest church attendance rates in Europe, some of the highest abortion rates in Europe, some of the highest HIV rates and drug use rates in Europe.
Don't forget, millions of Central Asian Muslims imported every year.
Oh yeah, and Putin is actively trying to convert the country into a Muslim nation at this point.
Russia will be a Muslim plurality country by 2060 simply because they are aiding and abetting in the mass reproduction of Central Asian Muslims from these states and Caucasian Muslim states that actively hate them, like the Chechens, who they went to war with twice.
But guys, no, don't you know that Russia's base and Trump is bad for importing people?
Russia is based. Putin is based. Everything about Russia is based. As long as you listen, man. As long as you ignore like every aspect of Russia, it's actually a pretty decent place. I mean, have you seen the TikTok edits? I mean, come on, man.
Yes, it is
How can you deny the
ridiculous.
TikTok edits?
Guys,
Guys,
this
why
whole LARP,
Putin?
but it's like seriously, like how can anyone really say it with a straight face that yeah, Russia's better than America? Listen, America has
Not.
problems, but
They know nothing about it. Either
Yeah.
that or they're just
Here-
grifters.
Here's the thing. You talk to Russians online and it sounds like that they're having a decent life and they talk normal. Here's the thing about Russians and Turkish people and Iranians and all of these people from poorer countries with extreme inflation rates. They have a higher tolerance threshold for BS. Okay? Like literally every single time Turkish people get a paycheck, they turn their paycheck into US dollars and then dump it into a bank because they have a 30% inflation rate and their wages have to increase with it because that's how fucked their economy is. It's a middle power militarily, but it's fucked economically. Iran's fucked economically. Russia, the second this war ends, is fucked economically. All of these places are shitholes. Okay, that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, as a faithful Orthodox Christian, Russia is a shithole. And you don't want to live there. And you might find individual good people from that country. I'm not telling you to hate them. You can love them. You can all be cuddly with them, whatever the fuck. It just don't go there. It's a shithole. Okay.
I know one person in Russia. He's actively suicidal, has an obsession with black women,
Wait,
has
what?
HIV from
I thought you were
having
talking
sex
about
with too many
Babcock
gay
until you
people.
mentioned black women.
No. He's seobsessed with black women, has fucking HIV because he fucked too many twinks with unprotected
okay, we're
sex.
gonna okay. Anyways,
Anyways,
Enough
Russians
about
are
Wagner Group.
miserable.
It's-
I know.
Anyway,
Enough
Dan-
about
Russian-
Babkov.
oh gosh,
The only Russian I know, real life, he has been one of my best friends since high school. I've known him since my 10th grade, his 9th grade year. He and his family moved in 2016, a little bit after Euromaidan, because his parents were speaking out against Putin and the government. And they became political dissidents as a result. Their lives were made hell for a little over 2 years before they found out that a warrant was about to be signed by the FSB, then fucking hightailed it to Austin, Texas. I helped this man learn to speak English. This man is my brother. I would die for him. I understand better than most how much of a shithole Russia is, because one of my best fucking friends, who I have talked to daily for 10 years now, almost 10 years now, daily, literally daily, not a day missed, has detailed to me how fucking awful living in Russia was.
All right.
How much of a dystopian shithole state it is. So if you believe any of this fucking third worldist propaganda,
It's all bullshit.
go fuck
dude.
yourself.
It's-
You are
okay,
cattle. You are
It's
you are
all
the
it's
cattle
all
of Russia.
nonsense. It's all nonsense.
Is there an
dude.
election going on tonight? I feel like there is.
South Dakota in
South
20
Dakota.
minutes.
20 minutes. Okay.
There's
Yeah.
a special election going on.
No one gives a shit
in
about Georgia.
Georgia, but no one cares.
Is
Yeah,
it like a
yeah,
safe R seat,
it's-
safe blue seat?
It's D plus
competitive?
70. It's a black
Oh,
D
I-
plus 70 district.
Is there even a Republican running?
There's two Republicans
like
running.
two.
Oh, it's one of those fucking top two
Yeah.
advance runoff thing. Yeah, they did that with Georgia Senate in 2020.
But guys, leaned
anyways, Russia's a
safe Democrat.
shithole. Don't go there. Don't like uproot your entire life to go there. I think there's somebody.
Unless you're
vaguely
Candace
remember
Owens,
this.
in which case, please go away.
In which case, please go to Russia. I have someone who would like to meet you.
Wait, what?
I already explained the whole black woman thing.
No,
Do I
no.
have to
What
explain
did
it again?
Tyrone say? I didn't hear what Tyrone said. Like, cut out for me.
I said, unless you were Candace Owens, in which case, yes, please move.
Yeah, please go.
Was there
Dan-
already a case of that one American that fell for the propaganda, moved his family to Russia?
did he get drafted?
Conscripted.
Yeah.
Look, I know people that have successfully moved to Russia. They live in a poverty that you could not conceive of. Like my godparents live in poverty. Their impoverished life is leagues better than this guy. And yeah, no, like even if you think you're going to go over, you're going to be a little based priest. You're going to be a little based priest over in Russia. The only place you're ever going to make money is being in Moscow. You're going to be surrounded by the most vain materialist retards in Moscow, and you're going to hate yourself. And then you're going to leave Moscow because you can't stand the people in Moscow. And when you leave, you're going to have your salary cut by like a fifth. you're going to make a
Le-
fifth of the money that you were
Oh,
making in Moscow.
speaking of Russia, the Senate has now advanced the Lindsey Graham Russia sanctions bill.
Yay!
Also,
And
Russian
also
women
voted
are unbearable, apparently, from what I
Okay.
understand.
Awful
Okay,
women.
for fuck's sake, dating for 5. Of course, Trump isn't perfect, but how do you convince rightists and normies to not make perfect the enemy of good and not leave MAGA or help the DSA? Well, a lot of these people you can't help because they never were MAGA in the
I
first
love
place.
Dr. Pepper.
These people are just stupid, but just explain to people, hey, what would you rather have? Trump, who you have issues with on realistically, what percent of issues? Seriously, okay, Israel and Epstein. And
Thank you,
Iran.
Ye.
We are Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay, that's 3 issues out of how many?
7 billion. All those issues are also very low on the totem pole for normal
Some
people.
of his personal opinions regarding guns, but those are personal opinions.
Yeah, that's personal opinion.
Yeah,
It's like, okay, Israel, Epstein, and
that's it.
yeah, it's like, guys,
Israel and Epstein, but I repeat myself.
you look at everything going on. It's not perfect, but things are getting better. Deportations are objectively up. I don't care what these idiots say. Deportations are going up. It's not what we need it to be, but deportations are going up. We closed the southern border. Illegal immigration is going down significantly. And also, just show them that nutcase at Fox News, the DSA lady, what she said about everything. Yeah, we want to abolish the Senate, abolish the prisons.
I discussed
Man,
this with
ally with
John
them.
Rose. I think it was
Align
2
with
days
them.
ago. I explained JD Vance did this very well. During whenever he went on Megyn Kelly's show, Megyn Kelly was, pushing back on Iran and this and that. He made a very good point. It's that you do not throw away the movement because one issue that you find important is being neglected. Because what did the neocons do? What have the neocons done for the
Same.
past 10 years? No. They actually haven't. A lot of the neocons have stuck with Trump. Lindsey Graham stuck with Trump.
I was like, okay, I think it was
Lindsey Graham stuck with Trump. A lot of different Republicans in the Senate have stuck with Trump because they understand that just because, listen, Trump may disagree with them on this and that, but as long as they can get some victories out of him, if they can keep pushing him, you do more influence on the inside than screeching like a fucking retard on the outside.
It's
the retard
do.
right has made themselves completely, they've alienated themselves. It is their own fault. They have done everything in their own power to make people dislike them, to give up their own influence, and yet. And Vance made this point. Don't throw away your own influence.
Here's
You're
the thing.
telling me.
Go ahead.
Go,
Brad.
go
ahead,
on.
No, I was going to say, if you consider yourself in your heart of hearts to be an American and you're talking to someone who thinks they are American, you have to help them understand the part of the American spirit is realizing, oh, I actually do have agency over what happens to my environment, my country, my state, everyone around me. And when you realize that, you become part of conversations that you don't even realize are happening at the local level, at local parties, in debates on the national stage. You become part of really important conversations that push the party the direction you want it to go. Okay, but when you leave the party and you go help communists, you get communism. You need to go look at Spain. You need to go look at the Soviet Union. You need to go look at all these places. Like, it has been 30 years since the Soviet Union collapsed, 35 years, and Russia is still a fucking shithole, and it probably will be for another century or two if it ever stops being a shithole. Spain, what were they doing? They were burning the churches. They were killing the nuns. They were doing all of the worst, most gross imaginable
It took
things
Franco
to
to fix
Christians.
it.
And the intellectual children of those despicable human beings are in your country right now trying to take what is owed to you by the founding document saying this is for us and our posterity. Hi, posterity, don't throw away your fortune because you got a little upset on Twitter one day, you fucking asshole.
But guys, you're telling me calling Trump a pedophile will make him pissed off at you? Wow, what a shocking
I mean,
turn of
I don't
events.
know about you guys, but if someone were to call me a pedophile, especially if they were moving out and walking out the door, they called me a predator to our parents' face. Fuck you. I'm calling out my sister. I would be very upset.
Well, I mean, like, if these idiots, they can't comprehend it, they're stunned. Like, why is Trump attacking me? You called him a pedophile 5 minutes ago. Why do you think he's gonna attack you?
Yeah, Thomas Massey did this quite a bit. He would always accuse Trump of colluding with the with Epstein. Would always
The
basically
Epstein
would borderline
press.
accuse him of being a pedophile, if not outright accused him directly of being a pedophile. And then would go, why does Trump wants to get rid
Israel.
of me? Trump wants to get rid of me because of Israel. Why does Trump not like me? It's like, okay, this motherfucker would literally go on TV and say, I'm not going to vote for this because Trump is mean to me.
Yeah.
And then wonders why Trump doesn't like you. You are voting against legislation, not because you disagree with it, not because you think it's bad legislation, but because the orange man was mean to you because you called him a pedophile and a pedophile apologist and a pedophile defender. What did you expect to happen?
You,
It's
you
like
really have to view things in this blanket, and again, this extends pretty far, but it's not like a permanent thing or an eternal thing. But there are friends and enemies in politics, and you have to realize that the reason why it's so important to recognize your friends and enemies in politics right now, today, this moment, and that it is a left-right divide, is because the people on the left and the people that will enable those people on the left want to ultimately disenfranchise you to the extent you stop existing.
all right, couple super chats to
Okay.
catch up to. Simple logic for 5. Wait, John, did Scott Ritter lie to us about Russia? Was Jackson Hinkle false? Yes.
Jackson Hinkle is a piece of shit that I've had
The
like blocked
funniest
for a while.
the funniest tweet still is that the Chinese one was like, guys, look at China's city. There are LED lights on it. That means they're more advanced than us. They're wealthier.
I really hate our conversations about China because we don't ever see what's actually going on in China, but there are external signals we can monitor. So right now, again, people really gloss over the story and do not understand the implications of it. There was like a gajillion million barrels of oil, just sitting out in the ocean, owned by Iran, and they had an opportunity during the ceasefire to sell it. China wouldn't buy it. And they have all the refineries built specifically to refine that oil. Why do you think China didn't buy it? Because their economy is in a bad situation. And no, you don't have to believe every single anti-China account that's saying, "Oh my gosh, it's going to collapse tomorrow. They already killed Xi Jinping.
I
Oh
remember
my
that.
gosh." Like you don't have to believe all of that, but what you have to understand is that China is always going to pretend to be strong, brilliant, great, never having problems. They're a authoritarian dictatorship. They're a crazy, insane country, and we're never going to see their internal issues until everything
I
falls
think
apart.
I'm one of those people that believe it's gonna fall apart soon. I'm
And
not
and
saying
and and,
today, but
and not today, but in the next decade or two, it's
it
going to
just
fall apart. And every Canadian and European who bet against the United States and cozied up and slept in bed with China is going to get fucked. So fuck you if you did that.
like people don't
Like,
understand like China's system, it relied on America ran by dumbasses to work, and that's not gonna work anymore
By the way,
because
like that's literally why they continue funding however they can the Democrat Party.
yeah,
China wants the Democrat Party to win because it is exclusively, as John Doyle said, it is retarded Democrat politics that got them to the place they are today, that made them a quasi great power. It's retarded Democrat politics that allowed them to grow and change and really root themselves in the international financial system. And yeah, it like again, like the thing that will stop them from succeeding in whatever the hell they want to do is Democrats losing. So
but
they're going to pour all their money into Democrat
but
races.
guys, they have LED lights in their fucking buildings. They're more
How
advanced than
many aren't
us.
there? I mean, there are entire cities that are empty, and
Yes.
other cities that
Yeah,
are
they're just
literally
Yeah.
made of
empty.
fucking styrofoam.
Literally, they again, this is the thing, when you have a command economy, a control economy, it doesn't take supply and demand into account. And so there's a bunch of abandoned cities in China that exist exclusively because the government said, go build those things, so we have impressive things to take pictures of and show the world on the internet. And the cities just sit there. There's nobody living in the houses, there's no business activity going on. It's just overproduction and overproduction of terrible housing that's falling apart.
And
and
that's why I
China
think
has,
they're gonna fall
and
apart in
because
like
of
5
that, China
years.
has ended up with a even worse version of what we had going into 2008 with the financialization of the housing market. A lot, I mean, a lot of the savings of the average Chinese person is in the real estate market, and the real estate market has lost like the previous 20 years of gains in 5 years.
That's a good thing, actually. That's actually a good thing to have happen. These
No, no,
people are fucking
well,
stupid.
the prices of housing going down for if you're the average Chinese person, yeah, it's good. But what I'm saying is everything that family has been saving up is now gone. It's 20 to 50% less depending on what Chinese government backed company they were betting on.
That Fate guy for 2. You see people still push until Rico winnings. Yeah, I saw that. I think Paxton needs to ramp it up, but I still think he loses.
He raised what, $9 million last quarter, and here's what's important about this, and this is something that, like, this is the finance part of the race that I'm very interested in. Talarico always boasts about his fundraising, and guess what? And I'll admit it, his fundraising is kind of impressive until you look at how much money it took for him to raise that money. Politics, like political fundraising, is about how much net profit you make. If you spent $10 million to make $11 million, you only have $1 million on hand. It wasn't that bad with Talarico. I want to say he only got 40 cents on the dollar in Q2.
He's burning through so much. Like Ossoff, all this. Where's the money going? It just vanishes.
Like, he spends more than $1 to make $2.
I'm so sorry about that. I have returned.
Look, again, and I think we need to bring back a meme at the end of this election, regardless of how it goes for us, because Talarico, we know for a fact, is going to lose. No refunds. That's all he's doing. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, all that. Like, guys, I hope people understand.
We don't allow in Texas.
The amount of money that Ossoff and Talarico are raising, that's like not what Democrats wanted. Because what's left for the nutcase in Michigan? What's left for New Hampshire or Maine? You see the issue here?
Fundraising is also used a lot to show that, oh my God, this candidate has energy. Like, the people like this candidate.
Yeah.
90% of Ossoff's fundraising is out of state. 90%. Yeah. It sounds insane, and you can go fact check it right now. But I believe the last 2 quarters, 80 to 90% has been out of state because because nobody in Georgia actually likes him. It's all vibes based. It's all astroturfed. It's not organic, and it's not real, and it's why I become more bullish on Georgia as time goes on.
American Order for 2. Trump's pick to replace Tulsi at DNI was confirmed. Yeah, Jay Clayton, I think it was, right?
51-47,
yeah.
Yes.
That Fate guy for 5. Good news. D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals upheld the denial of Democrats' attempt to block mail-in voting rules. Also, did you see the Michael movie? The first part, that's a big W. Second part, no, I did not watch it. President Gilbert getting up for 10. Does Cuba, Venezuela, and Iran collapsing, and Venezuela and Cuba becoming American puppet states cause China to collapse faster? It really feels like China's economy got worse.
Collapsing. I'm sorry, China's not going to collapse.
It's not about China collapsing. It's about them trying to get us to collapse. Okay.
I just think they're going to implode economically at some point. I don't think it's.
They're gonna have a big economic crisis. But with the whole thing you're talking about, Cuba is basically home-growing, training, and deploying communists into our country to actively subvert and destroy our country. The same thing that Venezuela is doing. So when Cuba ultimately does fall, and we take control of that place, and Havana is our sphere, you're going to see American politics heal a lot more than you even thought it could, simply because the communist building factory has been shut down. You realize, like, if we destroy the communist building factories, there's less communists in America. Like, if you just shut these places down, maybe remove their endowments or take them over militarily like Cuba, there just stops being, there's less communists.
You're telling me that this is all artificial?
I'm not sure if people really know or appreciate this. Venezuela is currently under direct control of Marco Rubio.
They're cooking.
He literally texts the leader of the country daily. She runs everything by him, including social media posts. Like, we have perfected puppet states in a way that the CIA would wet its pants at.
Like, what
I would also like to point out,
Cuba's probably next.
He does this through he does this through WhatsApp voice messages. By the way, like, that is the most.
He sends him selfies.
Another thing, this is why Rubio might stay Secretary of State going into 2029. It also might be why he chooses to be Vice President. It doesn't even try to run, although I don't think he's going to run in the first place.
I don't think he's going to run.
Literally, Marco Rubio is too busy administrating the entirety of South America to be able to be President of the United States. Do you understand?
Like
Like,
I
Vance
cannot.
is going to offer
He's
him
having-
Cuba to stay
He's
as
having
Secretary of
too
State.
much fun.
Yeah, you have too much fun. It's amazing though, but like Rubio is just cooking with Venezuela. I mean, look at Venezuela. How much oil are we getting from them now? It's a lot.
Not only are we getting that's the thing. Venezuela and Iran happening around this time is very good. We are cutting off China's access to Venezuelan oil.
Yeah.
We are cutting off, and we are very slowly, like China's having trouble getting oil from Iran. We are actively converting the oil economy more into an American focus.
We keep
Venezuelan
talk-
oil has to be controlled by America. China and India are no longer even able to buy Iranian oil because of the current blockade that we're imposing on them.
and then Iran just blows their own ships up anyways. But
Yeah.
not too
It's all
intelligent.
the Iranian people, excuse me. The Iranian government is full of how do you put this?
Dumbasses.
Retards.
Anyways, go ahead.
Princess Rider for 5. Going through some stuff, so I've been busy, but these are the Eternals. North Carolina D+3, Georgia D+3, New Hampshire D+1, Texas R+6, Michigan R+2 to 6, Maine R+4, Ohio R+5, generic D+3. That's
said
actually
this?
Princess Rider said it.
Princess Rider, I sent you a fucking link to the server. Come on, like you literally have an outstanding link to join the. Like you could literally join the stream right now
Well,
if you wanted to.
Like you don't have to do that, and we're not pressuring you to
Yeah,
do
we're
any
not
of
pressuring
that.
you.
I
but
need
you still
internals.
gotta-
Although I will say, Sexy Princess Rider, and I can say this because I have a fiance, but like I'm deeply interested in talking to you on a political basis. Like I am like genuinely very interested in talking to you. Oh, shut up! Oh, come
No.
on, shut up, man.
No, I'm the same way.
American Dota for 2. Thoughts on Mike Rogers versus El Sad poll? That was fucking hilarious. R+10 versus El Sad, which is just funny.
Ruth and
Osama bin
Let
Laden
me grab his full name.
genre.
Please hold.
What?
I have a tweet here somewhere.
do.
It's actually my tweet that I haven't posted.
do.
Anyways, be quiet. Republicans are going to flip a Senate seat in a blue wave because racist Harris voters won't support a progressive named Abdul Rahman Mohammed El Sayed.
Well,
Democrats are running out of normal people theory.
yeah, they're like, who do they got in Michigan? They have nothing.
Everyone they have is an ardent progressive. This one just happens to have a fucking name that reminds people of 9/11.
Let's see here. Daniel for 5. Random question. Growing up, did you prefer Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon? Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
I did both, but Cartoon Network definitely preferred over
Listen.
Nickelodeon. I was in an anti-Disney household. That was the main thing about
Good.
my house.
W.
Patriots.
Yeah, regular show is a shit, but
My favorite Cartoon Network show growing up. Fuck, what was it called? I can't remember.
Beyblade Metal Masters. Anyways,
No, it was the one. It was the one before Beyblade. It was the one before Metal Masters.
Metal Fury?
Yes, Metal Fury. I watched that shit religiously as a kid.
I was joking when I said Beyblade, but you know what, man? Good for you.
okay. By the way, we got
Okay,
results
you
out
know
of
me,
South
I have severe
Dakota.
autism.
Started breaking, but we got results of South Dakota, and yeah, Larry Rodin's fucking killing Doden. Damn.
Which one's good and which one sucks?
Rodin's
Yes.
fine. Doden's actually good, but Doden's getting killed. So
Ah. And then again, he is okay. Is he written as the incumbent on the ballot?
yeah, I
Oh,
think so.
Yeah.
gosh, there's an election
do it.
tonight.
yeah.
I was
Again,
wondering why.
last
we were,
couple
so I was like,
nights of yeah. Jesse, Minnesota for 2. Watch Marco turn Honduras and Nicaragua into puppets. He's gonna turn everything as puppets in Central America. Is there a single country not being impacted by Rubio in that region? I don't think so.
we're about
Yes,
to take
also-
Colombia.
yes.
Apparently.
El Salvador, because they can function on their own.
Yeah, they can function. Daniel for 2. My favorite show is Samurai Jack. Oh, that's a good one.
Samurai Jack is also really
Samurai
good.
Jack is great, and then it came back after so
Don't talk
long,
about
and
that.
it was
John, don't even talk about the reboot.
okay.
I
but
haven't seen it. Is it gay?
It's-
It started fucking amazing and then went to shit. That's
The
a
Everything
whole-
woke turns
the
to shit.
ending
Whoa.
the ending for season 5 got decanonized, and the canon ending belongs to the Samurai Jack video game.
Fascinating.
It's bad what happened. David for 2. If Republicans start spending in Georgia, North Carolina, will they win? Money is not everything, but I think they'll help.
if
D
you
plus 3 this far out, man. I don't think people understand what happens after Labor Day.
Yeah.
every single fucking
Money.
election cycle. I don't know.
Please put money in Georgia. Please get Mike Collins to win.
Yeah.
I've been glazing that guy for so long. Please get Mike Collins to win.
Another 100 million from Rick Jackson.
Look, you guys are all gonna think I'm weird for glazing Mike Collins so much, but then he's gonna win,
you're
and he's gonna
fucking
be
weird.
senator,
Shut up.
and then he's gonna be senator, and then you're gonna see what he does as senator, and you're gonna be like, "Holy shit, this was the best decision ever." Thank
Simple
you.
logic for
Thank
two.
you, John Rose.
Ed, and Eddie were the go-to Cartoon Network. That's never a good one.
Yeah, Ed and Eddie. I loved. Ed and Eddie was such a great, purely creative project. I could ramble about it for a while, but yeah, no, W take, dude.
American Nerd
My
for
other
two.
favorite was It was Codename Kids Next Door.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those shows were so good. Like, look at the quality of shows then, and you just look at the quality of shows now. They're either
The golden age of
reboots-
Cartoon
Yeah,
Network.
it was amazing from like 2002 to 2012.
Everything went to shit when they started airing Steven Universe. And
Yeah.
now Tranny 9/11 is happening because it
Oh
turns
yeah,
out
no.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you guys hear the
Really
MAGA
good.
news about Steven Universe?
Yeah, the Pearl's actor is like fucking Republican, which is
The voice
hilarious.
actor of Pearl, who is like actively spouted LGBTQ garbage on that show, like literally is MAGA. Literally was just saying stuff because she had a job.
She got paid.
Don't you guys all relate to having a job where you have to say stupid DEI bullshit,
That's just
and then like
sad.
and then you go online and you like start tweeting on Twitter and you're like the most racist man alive. Like that is Pearl from Steven Universe.
Yeah, I mean the show was just. Anyways, American Nerd for two. Who remembers Courage the Cowardly Dog? Oh, that's an art classic.
Courage, Calorie God, beautiful.
Oh my
W
gosh.
take.
You know who's very familiar with Courage the
Yeah.
Cowardly Dog? My friend Napoleon, because he literally posts you steps in his chair.
Really?
I'm still in the
He's-
chair.
He's not moving from his
Oh
chair.
yeah,
I'm not moving.
from this chair. Doesn't like in the actual episode, doesn't Eustace like stay in the chair
He
even
literally
as the house
stays
is
in it.
destroyed?
Yeah,
Like the
there's
house
like a
is
tornado.
destroyed around
I've-
it.
I've had a
The
few-
house
I've had a few
literally
libs.
blows up. The house literally blows up. He's sent flying into the sky, and he's yelling, "Nope, not getting out of this chair!"
Oh,
Is he
The
still in the
thing-
chair while flying?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's still in the chair
Good.
while it's flying.
He's just- yeah.
I love that.
Courage the
show.
Cowardly Dog is such a good show. Oh my gosh.
The OG Scooby Doo stuff, like what's new Scooby Doo? That shit was really fucking good too. What's new
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo?
Actually good
Um,
shows.
Boomerang with all the old reruns.
Yeah, that was with
Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
2000s was just a lot of fun. We just had a lot of fun with cartoons.
again.
And by the way, it was because like a good boy was in charge of Cartoon Network. Like the guy that owned Cartoon Network was this like redneck good boy, a little bit too naive for his own good, but he loved creatives. And like every single time someone came up to him, he's like, "Yeah, I own the best cartoons, bro. Do you make good cartoons? Because I'll put you on my network, but you have to make good cartoons first."
The weird thing is, notice how everything went to shit after Obama won his second term, because that's like right when cartoons went to shit after like
that's
2012.
when gay people started getting rights.
Anyways,
When Cartoon Network went live action.
yeah, don't even mention that.
It all went downhill when Teen
Hey.
Titans Go and Steven.
I know
Universe.
that we're
Destroy,
discussing
Bill, Destroy
Cartoon
was at least
Network,
entertaining.
but Doden is very slowly gaining. He went from like 23 to 28
Okay,
as more votes.
go.
drop.
chance. I got some super chats. Where we at? Jerry the American for 5. Have you ever heard of Eurasianism? Duggan's brown
No,
ideology.
Get out of here, Dugan. No,
Get out,
Dugan,
get out.
Dugan, go away.
Oh,
Go away.
Get out!
Take
Yes.
his coat. Get out.
Get out.
Duganism is literally, like globalism is gay, but like if we could unite all of like Eurasia together under one political entity,
That's
that would
literally
be cool.
globalism.
Yeah, that's literally just globalism.
Let's see.
Dugan is a schizo who literally believes Russians are not European. He believes that like there's this bastard fucking Mongoloid mutt race where they're more Mongolian and Turkic and Chinese than they are European, even though the genetic evidence supports elsewise. And he has some really fucking bizarro beliefs for an Orthodox, which I'd hardly consider him as such.
Dugan's main thing isn't actually being a faithful Christian. His thing is being a political schizophrenic, and he feeds off of the idea that everybody in the West thinks he's like Putin's right hand goy. Like that's literally how
Goy.
That just slipped out. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say goy
No,
on
it's
stream.
no, it's like people
just
say all the
slipped
fucking
out.
time. People say far worse
No.
stuff.
I just thought it would be really funny if like I felt really like apologetic and like insecure about saying the word goy, like you know.
And then
Yeah.
the stream shuts down after you're apologizing.
You
Just
shit's
shut
too
it down.
late.
Just shut it down.
President
Just
Gilbert,
shut it down.
President Gilbert getting up for 5. I was autistic growing up. I love the Amazing World of Gumball. That's a very good show. I like that one.
Gumball, I don't know. I never really fucked with Gumball that much. It wasn't a bad show. I just couldn't.
Gumball's a good show.
I like it's a parody of itself. That's why I like it.
I'm here for you at President Gilbert, guy that gave us money. Like, yeah, no, Gumball is a good show.
All right.
Oh, and they're
Gilbert
calling
guy
it
that
for
gave us
Larry.
Yeah.
money.
I call for Larry. Shit. It's over. Charlie Howard for 2. One of my favorites was 2003 Clone Wars. Yes, the real animated one, not the
the actual
shit.
good
Yeah.
Clone Wars and not the Filoni slop that Rap just loves to endlessly fucking glaze for some reason.
What?
Can we not get into a Star Wars debate on the stream like you've done it a couple times? Can we just like skip it?
But yeah, no, I love the original Clone Wars, the animated one, the real animated, and not this CGI shit. Prince Rider for 5. Yeah, plan to join when things settle down. Also, governor wise, Eternals or Nevada R +8, Georgia R +3, New Hampshire R +12, Florida R +11, Texas R +9, Iowa R +1, California D +19, New York D +6. Man, this seems like a blue wave, doesn't it? Man, that's a blue tsunami.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm sure you'll probably not really have much of an issue with it. So Sexy Princess, she's not going to join for a bit because someone co-starred her in her life, got in a car crash. Please pray for her and her friend who is
Lord have
dealing with
mercy.
that. Yeah. Just prayers out with Sexy Princess and her friend. I hope that her friend gets a very swift recovery. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would do an actual prayer, but like I'm busy like fucking trying to survive in Helldivers.
Yeah.
I'm a dutiful servant of democracy.
Gosh, 280 Bear for 2. Thune is a creep. Look at his face. Thanks for the super chat. American Order for 6. Go inside Courage Cowardly Dog. Return the slab or suffer my curse. Eustace, what's your offer?
Return the slab.
Yeah, that show was creepy as hell for its time.
I will sit in your chair.
My favorite Courage the Cowardly Dog bit was the Asian dude. Yo, auntie, what's up?
I know who you're talking about.
D Lung, that's what his fucking name was.
That show is so good. Like, how do they allow that? Actually, no, that was when cartoons were cartoons.
I saw, John, we watched it in your server, but I'd also
like
to point out the doctor, Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh,
we also pointed out how the doctor was Indian.
Yeah. No, that guy was disturbing.
Also,
that guy was creepy.
I just want to point out that internal said New York D +6.
Yeah.
2022 was D +6.4.
Lee Zeldin, welcome back. All right.
Yes.
American Order for 2. Did anyone watch Justice League shows from 2000s? Not really.
Yes, Justice League Unlimited. Oh my god, don't get me started. Do not get me started.
We're not gonna get started. My brief comment is I really wish more cartoons and animated stuff like took notes from that art style because that was really good.
Yeah, I vaguely remember watching it a couple times, but like I
go back and watch 2000s Justice League. It is good writing, it's good animation, it's just a good show.
Yeah,
and it's also a show for adults.
It is.
President Gilbert
it is a kids show, but it does not. It treats the adult's intelligence with respect. Go ahead with the super chat.
President Gilbert getting up for 5. What are you guys talking about? Steven Universe was secretly base. The crystal gems are fighting aliens that shouldn't be here.
We are the crystal.
Shut up. No, I know that meme.
The second I started singing, they knew what I was about to do, man.
I fucking know that meme. I swear if you start that, listen. People know what I'm referring to. You can look it up. It starts with a K. Enough said. Just, oh my gosh. I can't believe, whoever made that, I saw it the first time and I laughed for like an hour.
I think that meme is at the start of an ER video. Do you guys know E_R?
No.
That's a really good, really good YouTube channel, but if you go back and look for his like Steven Universe videos, I'm pretty sure the meme that I'm referencing is at like the start of that video.
Oh
If
my
they don't
god.
know him for the Steven Universe videos, they definitely know him for him roasting the Legend of Korra.
Oh yeah, that's all. That's like
I
90% of his
won't
content.
say I won't say
Yeah,
what
A
he
Legend of
put as the
Korra was like
real
one of
name
the
for the
first
title.
major fucking Cole titles from like that just kind of like that was the decline. That was like the start of the decline for cartoons. Low key.
All right. Let's see here. More super chats catch up to. A glitch Eevee for 5. Yes, a live action Cartoon Network era, my favorite. Cartoon Wipeout and Hole in the Wall. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they were cooking, but they cooked sometimes. K Cup for 5. Honda's cooked in Wisconsin. Her campaign said she never called to abolish the Senate. Yeah, they find posters saying, yeah, we're gonna abolish the
Yeah.
Senate. She's screwed.
Speaking oh,
Are you
Jesus.
serious? Are you fucking? You joined right when we mentioned that. Moving on. K Cup for 2. What am I going to serve to the Queen? Strudel. Don't know what that reference is.
Strudel.
Daniel for 5. Also, who remembers staying up late to watch Toonami? I do not think anyone would be Dragon Ball fans without it. I vaguely remember that actually. Party Nick for 5. It's funny how no one hated Byron until he ran for governor. Then all of a sudden he becomes the retard right's #1 enemy. Yeah, it's dumb.
Yep.
Well, of course they hate
Yep.
him black. That's literally it.
Yeah.
It's literally just because he's black.
Yeah,
They think
American
he's a DEI hire. He's
You
a
gonna hate me
perfectly
just because I'm black?
American
He's
Nerd
a
for
he is a perfectly competent congressman. It's just that he happens to have a black skin color, and the people on the retard right are
Well,
not.
okay, well, yeah. I'm not part of the retard right. Everybody knows I'm not part of the retard right. I insult them like on a like daily basis, on like an hourly basis. But like, Byron is basically Governor Ivy in my eyes. He's going to do some like basic things we like. There's going to be better governors after him and before him. Just
Okay.
yeah. But he will be fine.
American Nerd
He
for
will be
6.
fine.
2010 kids. Gravity Falls is the most insane shit on any kids show. 2000 kids. Let me tell you about a show called Courage the Cowardly Dog. And yeah, I like Gravity Falls, but yeah, Courage the Cowardly Dog, you don't piss around that show.
I have a hot take. Gravity Falls was not particularly good.
We're not going to start that debate. I think it's good. I can see why people have issues with it, but I personally think it's great. But yeah, like, if you think that's scary, Courage the Cowardly Dog, I still don't know how they allowed that on TV. Some of the shit they had, but
It's because people
They
had a
allowed
higher
it.
fucking tolerance for that kind of shit
Oh,
back in the day.
it was hilarious. But it's like some of the stuff that they did not show. I don't know how they did, but it's pretty good. President Gilbert Giddy Up for 5. I always laugh whenever Tyrone calls me Princess Gilbert Giddy Up. Thank you, Rap, for calling me and a sexy Princess Writer mix up one stream. Yeah, that's where it started.
Are you
I'm not-
guys married? Are you
No.
like President Gilbert? Are you married to sexy Princess Writer?
I'm not doing okay right now for 10. There's a new faction
I'm sorry to
called
hear that.
There's a new faction called the Boner Right, where everyday Sims are drawn into the Patriot cause because only fan type girls spew basic right wing stuff to attract them. I saw that. Yeah, people are like these people say like vaguely right wing stuff, and it's like, oh my god, guys are base, and it's like,
Look, it happens in
no.
both. Like I've been seeing a girl on my timeline the whole time that has been counter signaling the admin, and like the singular reason anybody looks at her content is because she's got her legs spread out while she's talking.
Anyways, K Cup for 2. Hot take: Batman Brave and the Bold is actually good. Who says it's bad?
Who the
Who
fuck
says
says
it's bad?
Brave and the Bold is bad?
I
What
like
the
Brave
fuck?
and the Bold.
Like K Cub, who are you talking to, and
Yeah.
when where what's
Brave
their
and the Bold's
address?
good. Billy and Mandy is good. Oh yeah, Billy and Mandy. I forgot about that show.
The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy is all like, again, it's like you could bring up literally any cartoon from the early 2000s to like the mid
Just
2000s.
good.
All of these shows are good.
Yeah, and it's like obviously some were less good than others, but the difference is they actually had character and heart. Like Billy and Mandy was hilarious. It's just fucking hilarious. But Daniel for
Chowder.
oh gosh, that's another one.
Who wants chowder?
I know again, it's just a parody of itself, and that's why I like it. They're all good. They're all funny and entertaining at the same
I
time.
like how South Dakota election, huh?
Yeah. Daniel for 5. Tron Uprising was a goat on Disney XD. Screw Disney for messing with its release schedule and ending the show on the cliffhanger. Tron lives. Yeah. They allowed drawn together on TV, so everything animated was fine. That's true. Well, to be fair, that was an adult animated thing. That was not like a Cartoon Network thing, but yeah.
Okay. Are we done with super chats for a minute?
Yes.
No one fucking cares
Because,
about Francesco Hong.
dude, that's not what I'm talking. Well, I'm kind of talking about because
Yep.
dude, the Wisconsin Democratic debate just took place. I watched it, so I was going to give you guys an overview.
Oh yeah, I
But
forgot about that.
if you
Just
would
say it.
rather talk about Nickelodeon shows,
Yeah.
Luke,
okay.
just say it.
Yeah, I really
Okay.
would.
Okay. So basically, it went very interestingly. David Crowley was spitting facts on the debate stage that whole time. He's actually very interesting. I would not be surprised if he doesn't endorse Hong after the primary. I live in Milwaukee County, obviously. He's been a pretty decent executive, all things considered, for a Democrat. Like, he's been relatively good on crime, relatively good on these issues. And obviously, because of that, he's DOA in this primary. He is going to get 10% of the vote, tops, and no one's going to vote for him. But he was kind of the one sane person on that stage. Everyone else was arguing about how much to raise property taxes by. And I will say something that was great. The moderators were perfect. They were pushing back on the bullshit. They were like asking these people. It wasn't a softball debate. They weren't like, here, explain your insane policy and how it's going to work. Like, no, they were like, hey, how are you going to make this? How are you going to pay these taxes? They literally asked Hong, because Hong was talking about massively increasing millionaire and billionaire taxes. They were like, how are you going to keep these people in the state? And she said, let's not worry about that. Like,
Good luck. Good luck with that
Dude.
philosophy.
I'm telling you, Tom Tiffany's team was loving it. It was great. Barnes is doing his thing, pretending that he still has a chance. Joel Brennan was there, and Kelda Roys was being a Karen, because that's kind of what she is. So, yeah, I highly recommend everyone go watch that debate after the stream. Not now. Keep watching Real American Politics, but when this stream is over, go watch that.
All right, some more super chats catch up to. K-Cup for 5. Shit, my bad. I meant the Batman. I don't know why, but that show just seemed to either be overlooked and really undervalued from what I see.
What, Beware the Bat?
No, the Batman 2004.
Oh.
Like, yeah, I like
that.
that one was interesting. Like, I get why people didn't watch it at the time, but I think it's one of those that like aged fine. So it's just one of those shows that it was hard. It was hard to appeal to everybody. It was in between Brave and the Bold and the animated series, so it's kind of hard to be in that situation. Yeah, so American Nerd for 2. Don't look up what the creator of Ren and Stimpy did. I don't want to. I don't even want to know what he did.
Look, man, American Nerd. I'm just gonna level with you. So many people are trying to destroy my childhood every single day. Like, I don't need you help. I don't need you helping.
Yeah. President Gilbert Giddy up for 5. I was also a guy who watched Malcolm in the Middle growing up when they aired playbacks. The time before Bryan Cranston was Walter White.
Yes, no, maybe. Yeah, no,
Stop.
that no, like that show is a great example of like chaotic family troubles, like, and it felt very real to my family and to like a lot of families growing up. Malcolm in the Middle, like don't watch the stupid reboot they did. But yeah, like no, the original show, like the golden family TV sitcom.
And then they made fun of Bryan
Um,
Cranston recast as Walter White. They're like, there's no way this guy could be serious as an actor. There's no way.
The only good thing from the Malcolm in the Middle reboot was Bryan Cranston like taking that crazy drug and like going insane inside it. He was like trapped inside of a room and he took a crazy amount of drugs. And like that entire sequence is beautiful, but like everything else about the reboot's terrible.
Are you talking about Bryan Cranston on Malcolm in the Middle or Breaking Bad?
Bryan Cranston, Malcolm, yeah, haha. But yeah, no, he takes a bunch of drugs in Malcolm in the Middle.
Well, he doesn't take
Well, here,
drugs.
you want to?
Well,
Well, here I'll give you guys a show. I don't know how many in the chat will have actually watched it, but it's getting a sequel. Code Lyoko.
Somebody just brought Prince Ryder just brought them in a chat. Yeah, everyone forgetting about.
Really?
Yeah, I never heard of it actually. I actually never heard of that show.
It's a French anime that's done in
Lyoko.
both
Yeah,
CGI and traditional animation.
Really?
Man. Yeah, no, I remember it. It's French.
The real world world is done in traditional animation, and the virtual world that they have to go into is CGI.
American Note for 2. Thoughts of Batman Beyond. Love it. Enough said.
The Batman Beyond theme is part of my workout. It's on my workout play.
Yeah, Batman Beyond is just, it's perfect. So
Batman Beyond is just fucking Kino, dude.
yeah, they like, I heard they may make an animated movie of it. I don't want them to. They're gonna fuck it up. But
They're gonna fuck you up.
well,
Fucker.
like, I don't want them touching Batman Beyond because you know they're gonna fuck it up. They're gonna fuck up one way or the other. So
I like this one commenter, Water438. I hate Avatar. I hate cartoons.
well, you see, but it's like we're talking about this because yeah, the election stuff was kind of boring, but
Election's boring.
also the people understand like the right were losing for years because they just ignore the cultural issues. They ignored the stuff going on like with cartoons. Notice how subtle of a change it was from 2012 to 2013. You don't think that has impact on the culture? Like good cartoons turning to shit? You don't think that impacts people at all? It's like you go from the golden age to what some dog shit shows that came out the last 10 years? Somebody name one.
I don't really want to. It's just a matter of the fact that these shows have been on the decline, and you don't have to want cartoons to be political, but like the past like 10 years of programming from the like the only thing that happened recently, which isn't even all that recent, was like Gumball. I know a lot of patriots that like the Gumball show.
The
I don't even
Gumball show.
the one with the two animals, like
Yeah,
brothers, is
Amazing World
like
of
the main
Gumball.
characters. Yeah, yeah. Look. I'm old. I'm old. Okay, I'm old. Thank you.
Yeah. Precarious for 10. Wisconsin Democrat primary for governor debate was tonight. Derek Crowley didn't talk about Trump or Tiffany at all. It was praising school choices was glazing former governor Tommy Thompson. Yeah, I did not realize the debate was on tonight. Let's see.
You're a fraud, real American politics.
Yeah. So many mean-spirited nihilistic shows in general. Yeah, this is a good point. Like, think about all the Rick and Morty clones the last 10 years. Everything's
Yeah.
nihilistic. Everything's
People
bad.
People are tired of nihilism, and by the way, these nihilistic shows hate you, want you to hate yourself, want you to hate the country you live in, and it is the most irrational thing to believe. The second you even learn just like a drop in the bin about how terrible the rest of the world is, being nihilistic about the United States of America feels like a really fucking
Yeah,
stupid
everything's
position.
bad. Everything's bad and negative. There's no point. I hate that. Like,
Go
everything-
live in some random Indian village for like 3 months and then come back, and when you're crying and kissing the ground under your feet when you get off the plane and begging me to never send you to India ever again, you tell me like, "Oh, I still watch Rick and Morty. I still watch these nihilistic shows. I still feel bad about myself." Yeah, no, you won't. You won't. You will never. Like just please, just trust and believe that you live in the best place on planet Earth. Please.
adult
Please.
animation and it's just Family Guy ripoffs. Yeah, there's nothing unique about like these shows. There's nothing unique
Family Guy
about
hasn't
them.
been good since like season 4 or 5.
Yeah.
By the way, these people are completely culturally and intellectually bankrupt, and they were taught to be that way. They grew up to be that way. Elementary, middle, high school, and college taught them to be that way. And the lesson you take from that, patriot listening, if you're trying to embark on a creative endeavor, is to simply not actually follow any of the advice that these people give you. Just like go do your own thing, and you will have smart and competent people be able to criticize and tell you how to fix your work, but go make creative stuff on your own. Please do not listen to any of these troglodytes in the public school system or otherwise. They don't know what the hell they're talking about, and every single student they've produced has made failure after failure after failure. They're terrible creatives. They're terrible.
That's why Smiling Friends became popular. Yeah, well, yeah, Smiling Friends was one of the only ones that didn't suck. Because
Smiling-
It's true.
Smi-
Everything he just said is true. Everything he just said is true.
Smiling Friends is literally just the opposite of Rick and Morty. It's like it is chaotic, it is crazy. Things aren't good. Like, like very bad things happen in the show, like, like being held at gunpoint by a crazy drug head. Like that kind of thing happens in the show. But the reason it's not nihilistic is because, like, in spite of there being problems, there's still like some sort of hope for, in a really screwed up way, things being good.
It's
Like
called
there's actually
Smiling Friends.
there are positive outcomes for the characters in the show, and not everybody is a jaded, bitchy teenage personality. Like they're like they actually have like adult personalities, and they're not like Gary Stews or Mary Sue's. They're just like very real adult personalities. So yeah, no, go watch My Link Friends.
But yeah,
Their
it's
literal job is to make those jaded people smile.
yeah, it's her
Yeah.
job, and it's like, but it's like it's fucking hilarious, and it's actually good. Well, it got not canceled, they quit.
It didn't get canceled. They just decided that their fan base was getting too cancerous, and they were like, we need to stop the show now before like things get bad. And like that's literally why the show stopped. The show stopped because the fan base got Reddit and the fan base got cancerous. But like
It wasn't
they
like
make fun of
they
the show
were
makes fun of nihilists. The show
yeah.
makes fun of people like that.
Well, even then, like the show wasn't like fully taken over, but it was starting to it was starting to be taken over. And they're like,
Oh my gosh, these people, like the fans are so insufferable. And like I say that as someone that like I love the series to death. But when you like looked at all these people like talking about each show, they were like psycho-analyzing it, doing like hour-long live streams about like
this ruins
what
it.
did this 10-minute cartoon mean? And like again, like they were the exact people that the show was intended to mock. And and then that's why they canceled the show, because they didn't want to make a show like where all the fans are people that the show is making fun of, but they don't realize it because they're like 80 IQ. Like that, they didn't want that show.
All right. Where are we at? American Daughter for 2. Hate how Star Trek has its own Rick and Morty clone. I don't even want to ask. President Gilbert Giddy Up for 2. An example of bad adult show has been Hotel. Tell me about it. I barely know anything about it other than it's shit. I don't want
Yeah,
to
like
know.
why do people, again, like say it in the comments, why do people like that show? I have no clue.
Like,
That just looks
what is it? Like, I've never watched it, honestly. I never attempted to
Heaven
watch
bad,
it.
hell good.
heaven bad hell good, and it's like, wow, you're so creative, you're so
Guys, that's
original.
creative.
I haven't been
It's-
watching like a dozen different stories with the exact same fucking moral for like a decade.
And like with Hasbin Hotel, I don't even hate Hasbin Hotel because of how
I hate Hasbin
bad
Hotel.
the writing. Well, yes. I hate Hasbin Hotel because I can see what the potential would have been for it. It could have if anyone else had managed Hasbin Hotel, it could have actually been a good show.
Yeah, now it's just
Making a
Husband
show-
Hotel.
Because yes, but the very basic premise is it's meant to be a show about redemption. And what do they not do? Actually focus on the redemption.
It's stupid.
They focus on quirky Chungus demons partaking in like gay relationships and I hate Jesus. I'm so edgy. These people
Well,
are
Jesus
not
doesn't exist in
creative.
that world.
Of course he doesn't.
Oh wow, that's crazy! Wow,
Wow.
Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, doesn't exist in this world where hell is good. Please tell me the Jews still exist and that the Jewish faith
Jeez.
is still there.
Well, as far as everyone is aware, there are no Nazis in Hasbin Hotel's hell.
Anyways, American Nerd for 2.
Based.
Oh God, Family Guy sucked when McFarlane stopped writing it. It's more than that, but yeah.
I'm going to remind everybody here that there's a timeline where Seth MacFarlane was on the flight that hit the first tower.
Yeah, he was
and
drunk, I
We could
think.
have had.
Oh man,
um,
we really missed out.
I was
Shit.
going to say Family Guy would have ended after 2 seasons, straight up.
Yeah.
Could you imagine a world where Family Guy was just delegated to being
That'd
a
been
niche
weird.
fucking cartoon?
Because it picked up popularity after it got canceled. People don't talk about that. It became popular with with the physical media and all that. Jack O'Max for 2. So what is the autopsy of the result? Low turnout. Yeah, turnout's pretty low, and then you had an incumbent governor, and yeah, it's one of those races where we won't know for sure until we get all the votes in, but it's shaping out as turnout being low, and yeah. American Nerd for 2. Thoughts of the 10 movies and shows. I like the Ted Show. The The movies, hit or miss. You know, it depends. Like the first one I liked, second one, there are good moments in it, but yeah, I don't know. Precarious for 20. Wisconsin debate was funny. Hahn killed Barnes and Kelda. Brennan just existed in the corner, didn't do anything notable, and Crowley was great. Hahn also called to abolish old school choice and raise taxes 8.5%. Good fucking God. Zachary Gallagher for 10. John Thune is the best Senate leader ever managed to. Oh, good Lord. John Thune is the best Senate leader ever. He managed to beat
Shut
Tom.
the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
Stop. Let me read the rest of this. He beat a Senate Democrat majority leader in 2004. Do you know any other senator that had that kind of fate like that? Okay, he beat a senator 20 years ago. That does not make him a good leader. But yeah.
Why are you listening to the dog shit rage bait, bro?
All right. Well, it's a super chat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna. I know this is gonna be crazy, but you don't have to read all super chats, especially when they're designed to just piss people off.
Okay. Where are we at?
Not all super chats are created
Tyrone,
equal.
stop.
Okay. What if we were say the super chat, but like in an incredibly mocking tone?
Gosh. You guys described perfectly the writer of X-Men 97. I've not watched X-Men 97 actually. Was it good or bad?
Oh shit, I'm dead.
Damn.
I died.
You know,
Thank you, Helldivers.
I want to call out
X-Men
one
97 is
chatter,
good. No,
Chilling
I like
Galaxy,
X-Men 97.
for reminding me of the show that is Symbiotic Titan.
Yo, you know what else show I'm gonna remind you of? That was taken from us too soon.
what?
Which one?
Generator X.
God, why did you have to remind me of that show?
God, that show was so good, bro.
HBO's making an animated series in the Game of Thrones universe. Okay, good luck. I don't know how that's gonna work, but
I know there's some people in our spheres that defend Game of Thrones. I have like go learn the actual history. And with the knowledge that history is ugly and messy, but like this fantasy that like basically piggybacks on ugly history to say a bunch of disgustingly nihilistic things about the state of humanity. Yeah, no, that sucks. And you know why I have proof it sucks? George R.R. Martin can't finish his own fucking series. Like A Song of Fire and Ice, Game of Thrones, it's not going to be finished for real.
he's gonna die
It-
before that comes
He's
out.
gonna be dead. He's gonna be dead, and some other gay nihilist is going to go and pick up the torch.
He
But
wrote
like,
himself into a corner where he has to have a hero, and he refuses to write a hero.
yeah, like there has to be a hero in the story, but because he has been wallowing in this filth of there being nothing but bad people, he can't finish the story.
There's no good
And
people ever.
so long story short, when you get like completely obsessed with like history not being this perfectly pristine, beautiful thing that works out exactly the way you wanted it to inside of your head, maybe you remember all of the times that you've let people down in your life, all the times you fucked up other people's situations in your life, every single time that you have failed your mom, your dad, your family, your community. We all have. And we're all sinners before the eyes of God. None of us are pure. We're all sick patients in the hospital of the Church of Christ. And the whole point, I'm not trying to preach or anything, but the whole point is I do not have any patience for this nihilistic garbage like Game of Thrones. My family likes it, my parents like it. I keep telling them every single time they bring it up to stop watching it because it is not good for your soul. It is bad for your soul. Bad things happen in that show for your soul. But like beyond being like some sort of messy Puritan, because I'm obviously not. Yeah, just like just don't fill your soul with stupid, retarded philosophical trash. Just actually like consume good things. And when you think, man, oh gosh, well, real life isn't as pretty as this movie I'm watching, then remember that you're
Yeah.
watching a movie. Remember you're watching a movie, okay? And it is your job. If you think real life does not live up to the movie, it's your job to get real life closer to the movie. You're supposed to be the heroes in the Lord of the Rings. You're supposed to be the
Yeah, I
good
want to
guy.
bring up. It's
You're
like
supposed to be the person making things better, even if you're like a flawed individual. Okay.
what-
It,
no,
ahead.
sorry. No, go on. I thought you were done.
No. Like that's the whole point. Is like you are the person, including everyone around you in your community, in your church. You are the people that reflect God's light into the rest of the world through communion, prayer, and fraternity with your brothers and sisters in Christ. You're the person that makes your environment better. It's not because you're a good person, but it's because you love God and trust in God and let God reflect his light out from you into other people. Okay, so, you can be okay with being a flawed person. You can be okay with failing in X, Y, and Z. You can be okay with everything wrong with you, but still make your environment better by just letting God work through you. Okay? Okay?
Like, here's the thing, like, why do people think Lord of the Rings is popular? Why? Like, there's a very specific read. Well, many reasons. It's just good books, but it's like you actually like the characters. You actually care. Like, you actually have a hero's journey. You actually have a reason to read it or watch it or whatever. Game of Thrones is like, okay, if everyone's shitty, what's the point?
What if everything was gay and
And
sad
and
and
you
depressing
guys
and
think
we
I
all
have
hated each other?
you guys think I'm speaking from like some sort of like reality where I don't know terrible human beings. I'm not going to like fully dox and expose everything I do for a living, but I talk to some of the most reprehensible human beings on the face of the planet. Not always. Sometimes I help really wonderful people. I've helped some great people, but I see the worst of humanity in my job. I really do. I legitimately do, and I complain about it in private, as Tyrone can attest to. Um,
Oh yeah, no, he
Okay,
deals with some really
but
shitty
my
people.
point
but
is that even if you see all the horrible things around you, their behavior isn't something you are changing. You change your own behavior, and as you continue being good, your environment around you gets better and better and better, and you are lighting up the world with God's light. Do you understand that? That we're conquering the planet through good behavior by being good boys and girls.
Charlie Howard for 5. Say the obvious, but Tolkien is one of the best storytellers of all time. His mythology always gives me hope when I read it. Well, that's why people love it. And what they did with Rings of Power, I'm not even going to start with that. That pisses me off to this
Them
day.
wangs help power, man.
Yeah, friggin' Gondor is fucking stupid. They did. It's dumb. Guys, I guess Gondor was more powerful in the Third Age. Totally. Yeah. Anyways.
Tolkien, like a lot of people repost that conversation that was reenacted between C.S. Lewis and Tolkien, but to like abbreviate it for everybody in the chat, Tolkien wrote Lord of the Rings like that because he recognized that behavior, that holiness, that goodness, the conquering of good over evil. He realized that that is more real than the reality we live in. And you may be like, what does that even mean? That sounds way too philosophical for me. It means that you should be trying harder to be that reality than just like wallowing in the present circumstances. You want to be like a morbidly obese, neck bearded retard like George R. Martin. Go right on ahead, but you don't belong in our sphere. We are people that try to make the world better in spite of being terrible people. Okay.
American Nerd for 2. Project Hail Mary succeeded by not being nihilistic.
Yeah.
Just make good
No,
movies.
literally, like I watched the movie. I liked the movie. It is very optimistic. It does it like is it a little bit like libtarded in some of the things it's optimistic about? Sure, why not? But the reason I like Project Hail Mary, it's a despairingly terrible situation. Humanity is going to pass away and die, and this guy he scoops it up from the far reaches of the galaxy universe, whatever, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna fix things, and that's who you have to be. You have to pull yourself out of the trash heap and fix things, and
Amer-
that's what the project that's what the Project Kill Mary guy did. It was great. I loved it.
American Nerd for 2. Did they cancel the awful Reigns of Power show? No, they're going with season 3, and they're oh my god.
Fuck.
And they're freaking bringing Gandalf. They're gonna fucking ruin it. I swear to God. If they're doing what I think they're gonna do with Gandalf, I swear to God, there's gonna be some issues. Because like apparently he's just gonna show up now, I guess. Even though he didn't do it before. It's dumb. What they're doing with Sauron and Gandalf and their wizards is gonna be dumb. But
Yeah.
they're gonna fuck it up. They fucked up the other parts because they refused to get the rights to the other books because they're cheap asses. But Jack
Libs are calling John Ossoff paid by Russia now because he voted against the Russian sanctions bill.
True.
gosh.
True.
Truth nuke. Jacko Baxter
Yeah, no,
2.
John Ossoff is paid off by the Kremlin. That's why you have to go elect Patriot Mike
Yeah,
Collins
Mike
to
Collins
United
is
States
pro
Senate.
Ukraine.
God bless my Collins.
Jacko Baxter 2. DSA versus Pickle Farmer. Who wins in a swing state? That's real and true.
Pickle Farmer.
Yeah. Guys, you can skip seasons 1 and 2 and start at 3. No joke, the showrunner said that. Wait, what? The showrunner actually said you could skip seasons 1 and 2 for Rings of Power. I don't think that's a good show then. I don't think that's a good sign.
That's the show. That person is admitting they made garbage. But yeah, no, like with the Pickle Farmer super chat, legit.
Yeah.
Like run any normal person against DSA candidates in swing states. DSA candidates win in deep blue states. Like they win in deep blue districts. They don't win normal people. Like CNN literally did like a poll on this, and like their whole statistics guy, he came up and he was like 77% of independents have a negative view of socialism. Guess what that means, ladies and gentlemen? If the DSA takes over the Democrat Party, they're screwed. They're screwed.
Yeah. Gosh.
Was it you who was talking about party coalitions? No, yesterday, Napoleon.
Yeah, Napoleon
it
said
was.
that.
Yes. That America doesn't have a two-party system, it has a two-coalition system.
Yeah.
Call me a downer, but I don't think the hunt for Golem will be good. I mean, there's people that are making it that care for this stuff, but they're gonna fuck it up. I'm like, why? Who asked for Hunt for Golem? Man,
Why
guys,
can't we just let IPs die? Why can't we just let
Or-
IPs die? Why do we have to use the same fucking things that have been used for decades now? Why can't we just make new things? Oh, that's right, because when we make new things, they're incredibly gay and leftist and retarded.
I don't know, make actual movies of the second age that are actually good, or the first age, not this shit with Rings of Power. Make good stuff for the first and second ages. This is dumb. They're never going to,
It's
because
also why that
I would love to see
Dumb
an
to-
actual like show or anime adaptation of the Silmarillion.
Oh
Because
my
that has yet to
God.
get any actual fucking love.
Well,
and
that was
it's
just saying
arguably
earlier.
the best fucking thing in Lord of the Rings lore.
I was saying that earlier. It's like, you have that right there. Use it. Like, I get part of it is because like the estate won't sell it. I think the rights to it, but at some point you got to get that. If you want to do what they're doing with Rings of Power, you need that, and they didn't. And they thought, oh, we can just use the fucking. Which book are they even using for Rings of Power? Like, are they even using the
Whoa.
books?
they're technically supposed to be using the Silmarillion, but they don't have rights to
They don't.
it.
Yeah, it's like they can't use it. So what's the point?
So it's like,
They're just
by
making
word of
shit up.
mouth, what would be in it, I guess.
So what?
Shit Nofano cares about.
But also for anyone in the chat that wants to go into a creative medium, make sure the story you're telling is good first.
Yeah.
That's
we
what
have a
failed with like the Daily Wire animated show, whatever that
Oh
thing was.
God.
It was made. The reason it sucks isn't because it's Daily Wire. It sucks because it's a message first.
Well, it sucks
Not
because it's
not
also
entertaining
Daily
sh-
Wire.
It
Well,
sucks
that
because
also.
it's shit.
But it's shit because it's there to tell a message, not to be a good show. The reason
Tell
why
us-
Lord of the Rings is so good is because it's a bedtime story.
It's
Yeah.
a good
Now, it was a-
book. Or books, I should
The
say.
entirety of Lord of the Rings exists because he was just trying to figure out, okay, what are all the explanations for the questions my kids are going to ask about this bedtime story I'm telling them that I don't have written down.
Yeah.
And the book came out of all
And-
of that.
Yeah, somebody's chat said this. I want to see Morgoth. Yeah, but they're never going to do that. They
we had a subscriber in the chat ask what's going on with like the elections. We haven't been talking to them about them for like 90% of the stream because it like instantly ended.
it ended immediately, which sucks. But that's why I figured it was going to happen tonight. So that's why we've been talking with this other stuff. President Gilbert Giddy up for 10. Saying skip certain seasons of a show. Yeah, that means your show is shit. Look at Fear the Walking Dead. They say you don't need to watch the first 3 seasons. Bro, the show went to shit after season 3. Well, yeah, like, if you tell your people, don't watch seasons 1 and 2, what was the point? What was the fucking point of Sauron? It's fucking dumb. It pissed me off every time I think about it. What they do with Sauron.
Yeah, their show sucks and they know it sucks.
Let's see. Tolkien. All right, you little shit. I'll explain every single detail. Well, yeah, that's why it works. We love Tolkien.
Spyro Tiger Dove fan is saying, tell a story first and wrap the message in the story. No, listen. If you just tell a story and you are an organically right-wing person, right-wing stuff will just magically appear inside of the story you tell because it came from your brain.
Yeah.
You just like actually don't even think like use 0% of your brain power on like actually making a political story and just write a story and make it cool and then like maybe like in the final draft in the final edit you're like looking over like am I saying sufficiently right-wing things here and it's like oh yeah let me tweak this let me tweak that like literally like 99% of your focus should be actually just
A
making
good story. Because when you think
make
about
a
it,
good
like
story.
when you make a good story, you're gonna get right-wing elements.
Right wing is truth. Like a lot of right wing positions are just like general truths about reality. Left wing truths are basically things trying to distort reality. If you just tell a story about reality, even in a fantasy setting, it's going to be
Don't
right
you think
wing.
right-wing truth is kind of a bit of an oxymoron, John?
Yeah. This
No,
is a good one.
Well,
The
but right wing for a
the
reason.
yeah, the
it's
hunt.
it's right. Like literally right.
No,
It's like
left-wing
orthodox.
truth.
This is a
Right.
good one.
Yeah.
The hunt for
Left wing truth, like
the
So true.
TROONTH.
the hunt for Goyim. That's right.
The hunt for
Basically,
the Goyim.
but it's like
Through a
I'm still trying to figure
daunting
out. Okay, so what are they going to go after? Fucking Golem, like fucking Gandalf and Aragon. What's the point? Like, what's the point of making a prequel to that? There is none. They just want to make a cash grab because they think, oh, Lord of the Rings is popular, therefore we can make anything that'll sell. No, it doesn't. Just like a Rings of Power. Nobody gives a shit.
God damn it. Helldivers.
Jacko Baxter 2. Go read the Hero's Journey, an older edition of fucking course. Just write. Just write like what you think's good and make it good. Like that's all you gotta do. My anime isn't base enough. Time to consult John Rose. Oh my
My anime
gosh.
isn't base enough. Wait. I mean, I do have consultation fees.
Yeah.
No. But well, I was gonna say, by the way, like I meant to say this way earlier in the chat, but like, I want to thank you guys that prayed for me. I got my promotion. I'm joining leadership in my current company. That's really fun. I'm in the middle of that right now, but I know you guys prayed for me. It's like a few of you, and I appreciate the few of you that did. I'm, gosh, yeah, no, but keep praying for me. But thank you for praying for me.
All right. Where we at? Doggle for 5. Demon Slayer movie up on Crunchyroll if anyone likes anime. I thought its story was entertaining. Not sure if it's left or right though. Well, I hate this thing where it's like, guys, this show is left or right wing. Just make a good show first. Like, I hate this. It's gotta be right wing, or you just make a good show, and then it'll be inherently right wing, like most good movies are. So, anyways, I think that's it. Did we miss any super chats? No, we didn't. I think that's kind of it for everything. I know, again, one of those streams where nothing happens, but it was good talking with the stuff and just, again, if you're inspiring writer and you want to like make shit, make good stuff. That's the advice here. Just make good stuff. Don't make slop.
Have fun.
Yeah. But yeah, it just, again, we need more people on the right that are filmmakers, the writers. We need more of that. Not the Daily Wire shit. Nobody wants the Norm Show or whatever it's called. Is it the Norm Show? That's what it's called, right?
I think.
Yeah, it's like nobody wants that Family Guy ripoff. Oh, it's funny because it's right. We're making fun of transgenders. No, Family Guy was hilarious for different reasons in the early 2000s. American Note for 10. Sucks that people in Hollywood are creatively bankrupt, lazy now. Like when Spielberg was told he wasn't allowed to direct the James Bond movie.
All right, let's go.
He teamed up with George Lucas to make Indiana Jones. Well, yeah, but now everything's a remake, a reboot, a sequel, a prequel. What was the last original project? I guess Obsession, I think.
I don't know, but here's my takeaway from it. Culture has been frozen for almost 30 years now, basically since the Clinton administration. Culture has been frozen. Your only way out is through. Your way through electing based patriots to
True.
office. And like again, politics is downstream from culture, but culture can also be downstream from politics. If you keep on like if you shut out these dumb communists and destroy their political movement, the culture will revive and people will start making good things
Uh,
again.
good lord, the Daily Wire stuff is going to be really obnoxious, and it is sucking all the air out of any right wing media momentum. Well, that's the issue because they just drop shit after shit on any project. They have the Jonathan Majors movie coming out. Who thought that was a good idea? They're making the slop with animated stuff. Nobody cares what the Daily Wire. Nobody gives a shit. But yeah, it's a good point. Just they make something, it takes all the air out of any good project that's
Well,
happening.
okay, two things. We don't have to just sit here and complain about it. You can invest in Dailyware right now and have an influence over what their projects are. Number two, if you just think it's a lost cause, they're really like bad off. Their finances are really bad, so they might end up
Yeah,
actually
they may
getting screwed
sell.
over.
They may go
Yeah,
bankrupt. But he
yeah.
just
So
I'm just saying, like, it's just right now, they're net negative, but
We're also in a don't be like if you think no one's gonna pick up, no major studio is gonna pick up what you're wanting to make. Don't be afraid to put it out anyway.
yeah, just
This is a
try.
golden. This is a golden age of independent
Freaking
media.
a 20-year-old guy just like started like a really large millionaire franchise
his
because he made
basement.
like because the dude made like what do you call it he made videos out of Blender. He used Blender, the program Blender, to make videos, and now the Backrooms is this massive success. They're already working on Backrooms 2. Like this random 20-year-old guy like almost a decade younger than me. And like you, that can be you, but you have to just put
Yeah.
stuff
I
out, and
mean,
you have to put stuff out
look
until
at
you're good.
Obsession. Obsession was made with like $100,000. It's made
Yeah,
half a billion. It was made by some
yeah,
guy in Alabama. So Alabama won. But
yeah.
so it just
Here,
this is a golden
for
No,
time.
something that
Auburn
like we
won. Fuck
all
Bama.
for something that we all played or at least watched our friends play. Five Nights at Freddy's. It was a last ditch effort by, by him to make something of a video game.
And we'll know what
And it was
happened.
entirely because people told him your animatronic models look creepy.
Yeah, and now he got forced. Well, he didn't technically get forced out, but they kind of trying to, because he's like, oh yeah, the Christian guy from Texas is a Republican. Wow, what a shocking turn of events. Anyways,
He by the way, he's done
He still
literally
made a
nothing wrong.
ton of
yeah,
money.
Like he's donated to causes he believes in, and like that's literally all he's done. And they treat him like he's the devil.
it's like all the entertainment this guy provided, and that's how they treat him. It's bullshit. Jesse the Minnesotan for 2. We need an anime of the fall of Numenor. They're gonna fuck that up. I don't want them to touch it. Josh for 5. Congrats on your promotion, John. Now let's make you governor of my state. Real and true.
That's true. Like guys, if you somehow can if you can rig the Tennessee elections right now in favor of John Rose, I would be forever in your debt.
Jesse
Yeah,
Minnesota for
gerrymander the state.
yeah. Jesse Minnesota for 5. What's your guys' trust to get on stream? Talk about Tolkien will be loads of fun. Well, yeah, it's just I love Tolkien. I listen. I Lord of the Rings my favorite franchise. I think. Well, like for books and all that, I think it's my favorite. It just
I don't trust you because you're from Minnesota, and that's where all the Somali
my
fraudsters are
gosh.
from, and you're probably Somalian, Jesse.
But yeah, like again, like if you want to be a creator, you want to be a writer, this is the time to do it. This is a golden age to do it. You could use your phone to make a short film or anything. So yeah, I think people should, if you want to be a creator, you want to write books, just do it. It can't hurt you to try. So
Oh, I know like everybody's kind of tired of talking about it, but it's worth talking about things even if they're tiring, if they actually matter. We have 9 senators right now trying to stop recess in order to pass Save America through budget reconciliation. If you can call your senator today, tomorrow, and encourage them to join the 9 senators that are trying to, well, actually, I think it's actually like 12 senators right now we have 12 senators trying to save America, and they don't have as much help as they need. And you guys need to be assholes to your senators until they join them. Okay.
All right. So, anyways, folks, I think that's it for tonight. We aren't getting much out of South Dakota. Well, we know what the results are. Yeah, I just think it was a good stream. We talked a lot about stuff that people should hear, and just try
And we
different
have
things.
look, sometimes it's okay if you have fun when something is like when the elections are
Yeah.
kind of like
And just talk about stuff we care about. And it's like people should not be afraid just because you have these boomers at the Daily Wire saying stuff. Who gives a shit? If you like something, just talk about it, enjoy it. So, but okay, I think it's kind of it for tonight. I don't think we missed anything. We talked about a lot of stuff. No fun allowed. Yeah, that's real. Yeah, everything has to be professional. Everybody, everything's nihilistic. So
Everything's gay and sad, and it has to fucking suck because
Yeah.
we're not allowed to have nice things.
yeah.
oh yeah. By the way, Halo remake sucks. Don't buy it.
Wow, what a shocking turn of you're telling me the remake sucks?
Yes.
Like, okay, tell me how bad it is. Is it?
They gave okay, so basically there's this Easter egg at the start of the game where if you like shoot the people in the first room that like you were like, oh my gosh, the Master Chief has gone rampant, and they all kill you, the Marines kill you.
Yeah.
They gave all of the women in the hangar like double, triple, quadruple health to the men so that you can instantly kill the men, but you can't kill the women.
Wait, what?
All female development team, by the way.
But I
And
did see
and
they took a dev
they,
out of the
they
game. I saw that.
they also took a dev out of the game. They inserted 3 prequel missions where the focus of them is a girl boss, Marine
God.
ODST, and she is like, oh, I'm not convinced by the government propaganda, Mr. Chief. So basically, it's a woman there to nag and like bitch at you, and
Also
like it's
known as
supposed
my
to be
wife.
Oh,
it's
jeez.
supposed to be this character arc where at the end she's like, "Oh, you're not so bad," but it's total girl boss bullshit. At the end, she's like, "I'm not gonna let you steal all the glory." Like she's a bitch to you from start to finish. Basically, long story short, that company is incapable of making a Halo game. They're incapable of making the power fantasy that was at the center of Halo. And please, please at the CEO of Xbox and tell her to shut down that stupid studio.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've only played Halo
Don't
Reach.
reorganize it. Don't put new people in it.
Shut it
Do
down.
it.
Shut it down. Shut
You
it
know,
down. It's
I-
the it's the
Just
admi-
shut
it's
it
the
down.
admin
Just
people.
shut it
It's
down.
not the devs that the problem. It's not the designers that are the problem. The people running that company
the
are shit.
consultants.
The bureaucrats, the admin, the consultants, all these people that are keeping their jobs are shit. And the only solution is for the studio to shut down. I'm Halo fan 773, the guy that bought all the Halo games when he was 12. I am telling you right now, shut down Halo Studios. I don't care if no more Halo games are made, but if there was to be one made in the future, it should be made by a different studio.
Maybe how about maybe fans
Except
of Halo?
Bungie. Except Bungie.
Yeah, so for the only Halo game I ever played was Halo Reach, and I like it. So I'm not the biggest person with Halo, but
My favorite Halo game is Halo 5.
Halo is
Shut
inherently shut it out. The alien ignore everything stupid leftists tell you on Twitter. Halo is about fighting aliens that are like an analogy for Muslims. You are destroying a stupid theocratic like mass army that is hell bent on genociding the human race. And you are Chud like Master Chief, Chud Patriot Master Chief, the Ghost in the Shell. You're literally just a dude, and everybody respects and admires you and literally thinks of you as the savior of like humanity. It's a super power trip, but also like one that has payoff because Master Chief literally does save all of humanity. So yeah, I don't appreciate it when people shit on the Master Chief, especially like girl boss, like impossible
Wait,
characters where like women are pretending to be like Rambo. Like the woman is literally like Rambo. She has like
oh
she
god,
the last mission she's in, she's posing for Master Chief on like a pile of corpses she magically made for herself. It's so
like
oh.
again, like I'm not the like the most like I'm not the biggest Halo person, but like don't they already have like fucking Sergeant Johnson or whatever? Don't they already have?
They have Sergeant Johnson. He's a black character. He's cool. They had Dare in ODST. She was like a only mildly annoying woman. She was like a pretty cool, good character. They had Kat in Halo Reach, who was the strong female
Yeah, I
character.
remember
But like
that. Yeah.
by the way, all these female characters that Bungie made sense. Like Dare, Veronica, she was intelligence. Kat, she was a planner and someone that hacked computer systems. None of these women were like known for their, oh, I can kill 30 Covenant warriors in like 5 seconds. Like none of them were Rambo. They were just like things that women are like reasonably competent at, like intelligent tasks, flying plane. By the way, Echo 419 in the original story, like Echo, like the person piloting the plane you're in, the Pelican you're in, it's a woman. It's actually a black woman. Believe it or not. It's a fucking
That's right, honey.
and all of them are believable and acceptable characters because they're all doing things that I can reasonably see women doing in the military.
That's right, sugar.
All right, American Daughter for 2. My friend wants y'all thoughts on Avatar: The Last Airbender. Oh, amazing! The show is amazing.
Original
Good
show's really good.
show.
It's a
Yeah.
great show.
We don't talk about what they did with Korra, but anyways,
What's Korra?
yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's just what they do with Halo. It's just fucking crazy. Like you have one of the best franchises out there, and that's what you do with it.
Yeah.
And
Look, this has been from the beginning. Look, I was 15 years old when Halo 4 came out, and I sat in line. I was hopping up and down in the GameStop, and people laughed and made fun of me because of how excited I was to pick up my copy of Halo 4. I went home, was very depressed and dejected because it wasn't as good as it should have been. They had this Spartan in Halo 4 named Sarah Palmer who did not have to go through all the things the Master Chief went through. She did not have to go through the child psychological torture to become a super soldier. And like her first line to the savior of humanity and all life in the galaxy was, I thought you would be taller, poofed.
oh
Like,
god,
oh, and like so that was 2012. Ladies and gentlemen, I was 15 years old in 2012. But also, ladies and gentlemen, that is how bad it was. That is how bad Halo 4 was. And now we're here 14 years later at their attempted remake of the first game,
and it's
and
shit.
they're making the same mistakes. That's my
And
point. They're making the
are-
same exact
Aren't they going to
mistakes.
do like Halo 2 also? Because there's like a post credit scene, I think.
No, fuck no. They canceled all of their projects
Okay,
because all of their projects were like
suck.
they were going to make a battle royale, they're going to make an extraction shooter. They've been doing nothing but chasing the coattails of trends. But because they're lazy pieces of shit, they can't produce a game quickly enough to actually follow or catch a trend. So yeah, no, you understand why I want the studio shut down now? It's because they're failures. They're pathetic, disgusting failures who are all of the employees at at Halo Studios, excuse me, they changed their name. All the employees at Halo Studios today are sitting around quote unquote brainstorming their next project
They're gonna get
because
fired.
oh my gosh, we had to cancel 3 projects. They had to cancel 3 projects. They outsourced 90% of their work and they had to cancel 3 projects. So long story short, burn down the studio and literally like I'm at the point I am so desperate as a Halo fan. I will either accept there being no more Halo games or I will accept some random studio that is actually full of veterans that made good games in the past. I will let you make a new Halo game. I am that desperate. I am that low. I am that far like I am at such a low point in my life in terms of Halo. I'm at a high point everywhere else. But with Halo, I'm in the ditch, dude. Just like literally just burn down the studio and let anyone else do it.
Okay, but
Literally.
anyways, folks, I think it's a good time on the stream here. We've talked about everything we could talk about. It was a very interesting, not really an interesting election. Be honest here, it was a very boring one, but it was fun to talk about random shit for a while and then see what people are up to. It just, yeah, just don't be a nihilist and make good stuff. But all right,
Don't be gay.
yeah.